dfcradio.com.
Welcome.
Woo-wee. Can you guys smell it?
What the Rock is
You
cooking?
really wanted to bring that up?
No, it's Monday. The Plug Gaming live, 6 p.m. Monday nights.
Close enough.
We are here. We're close. Yeah. Thanks for bringing it up. thanks for making a point of that, Sam. Appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, Sam.
Hey guys.
Oh no, this is the Plug Gaming, and yes, we get closest to 6 p.m. as possible every Monday night. PM, Pacific Standard Time, West Coast shit. You know what I mean.
It doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, we close it with that.
Now you can just download it, listen on your podcast.
Absolutely.
Right? We're on Spotify.
We're on the iTunes, Spotify. iTunes, yeah, I think we're on Spotify still. It gets kind of tricky when you start going into Spotify for some reason. It's paid service. But iTunes pretty much plugs us into anywhere that we want to be naturally.
I had some like Samsung preloaded.
Yeah, Google does the same.
Podcast addicts, but
Google does the same. It does a really good job actually. If your podcast is searchable in Google, then you can find it within their podcast service. So they make it really easy. So does iTunes.
and I gotta say,
It's a pleasure working with them.
props to the Dutch Master because those new updates you did were really good.
It's a work in progress.
Hey.
We are, we're always learning, trying to get better at these things that we're doing. So
We've got the
podcast is
air
one of them.
date now listed in
Yeah.
the beginning of each we're starting to add those in the descriptions because some of those are a little out of order. But
Well, we had some issues
enjoy.
with our
It's
website,
like
but that's none of you guys' business, and we don't want to bore you with that. But we're getting it fixed.
hey, I'm sharing where
No, yeah.
everyone can find
No,
this
I know.
stuff. It's
Absolutely.
getting better.
No. I know.
Give you some props.
Absolutely.
I know you do a lot of work
We
with
do.
this.
We do it because we love it. Okay. Rocky's over here doesn't even know what's happening. He didn't
What's
know the
up,
show started.
Rocky?
He didn't know the show started.
Hey, real shit though.
I'm telling you, Sam, you should just cut in randomly
Let
on
me
us
tell
now.
you though, I just saw a picture that fucked me up about it's some Dragon Ball shit. Never mind.
Okay,
Let's just go Dragon Ball. Let's go.
By the way, these are not the studio's glasses. I brought this from home.
That's
It's
good.
not that fancy around here. Okay. But anyways, just want to be clear about that one.
There's one fancy glass.
No, yeah. Well, all seriousness though, we like to have a good time on the show, but we're gonna get serious for one moment, and we're gonna have a moment of silence for the people who lost their lives in Florida over the weekend at the Madden tournament. Really unfortunate event. It's terrible that we have to live in a time like this where these things happen. But if we can just get one moment of silence for them right now, and then we'll continue the show. Okay, thank you guys. We do want to give our thoughts and prayers out to the families or anybody that was injured during this, or the traumatic experience. We feel for you as gamers at a gaming event. This is your part of our community, and we gotta. We can't figure stuff like this out. It's very complex why these things happen, but what we can do is band together and offer support and be there for each other. So that's what we're doing here on The Plug, and we're going to keep it positive, and we're going to have a good show here.
Booyah!
So what have you guys been gaming on?
I have been playing Hollow Knight.
Yes, Hollow Knight.
Oh yeah, we were talking about this earlier.
How is that? I've only read one thing about it. I don't know anything about it. That's why.
Okay, I'll compare it in games we've played and talked about a lot. Remember Rogue Legacy? It's like that and Dark Souls, and
Yeah.
I don't know, Limbo or something like that.
Yeah,
It's got
it
a
has
nice-
that look to
Yeah,
it.
it's got a nice artistic look. It's another one of those. What do they call them? Metroidvania
Yeah.
platformers.
Rogue Legacy, that like
Remember that? Yeah,
dungeon
it's,
crawler.
It's
Yeah.
a dungeon crawler like that. It's 2D, but the artwork is really fancy. It's a lot of bugs too. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
But fucking
But simple lighting like Limbo.
Okay, I get the Limbo part.
Yeah.
Because that's like that type of game. But
Okay.
I don't know, like Dark Souls.
Okay, Dark Souls
so-
like this.
Yeah.
You are wandering around this map, And you have to, like, in each section, you have to find a cartographer, this guy that just hangs out drawing maps, just to get a basic look at the map. And then you have to draw and fill in the rest. And it's like one of the things you buy at a store is a pen, so that when you sit at benches where you rest to get health back, you can fill out the map, and it's updated next time after you sit on the bench.
Oh, okay.
It's like Dark Souls.
It's a really beautiful game.
It's incredible. You're discovering everything as you play through it. You start with no powers, and you develop more.
This is actually a very popular blend of game, and especially right now.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of them, like Guacamelee is kind of in that category. This is more technical, I'd say. Guacamole is more like adventurous and
But
like,
do you
fun.
do you get to like fight? Because in
You
Limbo,
fight a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, because
and
Limbo
like Dead
just
Cells.
Like,
It's very cool and simple color.
Well, he means like more with the art. And
okay,
way it
so
looks.
just okay.
Yeah.
I got
It's
it.
Dead Cells. So you were
but
talking
Dead
about wanting
Cells,
to get that one.
Dead Cells, though, is another one. Death's Gambit is another one that these all fall into the same category, regardless of their art or what they look like digitally.
Yeah.
The concepts are the same, and it's blending like this Dark Souls difficulty where they're not giving you a lot of information. You're just kind of like just thrown out into the game, and then this Castlevania 2D feel where it's a dungeon crawler, it's a platformer, it's an RPG.
Dog,
It's,
It gives them so much freedom to make humongous games.
Right.
And for low space.
and this
They're
one, the
bringing
funny
back
thing about
that
this one,
2D
though,
side
yeah,
and guess
scroller.
what? This is the perfect thing for it.
yeah, this actually a different approach. They focus on the artwork and the cleanliness of the design and all that incorporated to bring up the value of the game. Where like Dead Cells brings in action and abilities and things that you're doing, and kind of gives you that 16-bit.
Dead Cells is like the fast-paced fight challenge,
Yeah.
where this one's much more of an adventure story.
Right, a
But
story,
it's
yeah,
that-
very story, yeah.
And that's the big difference between the two. Both are absolutely incredible games. They're both fairly new releases.
Good price, so I mean, you could get. I might get both of them.
So I got Hollow Knight because they just released their third free DLC, and it's only $10 right now. I'm actually
That's what's
going
up.
back to the market on my Switch to see if it's still on sale.
For sure.
But yeah, I got it for $10.
Yeah, Rocky, how about you, player? You've been playing a plethora of things.
Honestly, I've been like bullshit gaming, just like whatever.
Yeah.
I would have just been touching games and playing whatever I got. I can't even lie. I played like 2 minutes of this game, 10 minutes of that one, 30 minutes of it. Yeah, I wasn't.
You've been hyping some Dragon Ball Z?
Well, yeah.
Fighters, sorry.
That don't count, though, because that shit, wow.
Yeah.
Like,
We talked about it last
What's-
week.
whatever I get to hop on that, I ain't going to lie. I just,
Yeah.
That shit is, everybody, get it.
Oh, man.
It's even better now. Get it.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people have been saying, and they're only making it better
Yeah.
too. So they're even like expanding that platform through mobile games as well.
Yeah.
They just had a new installment of a mobile game as well. So like it's getting bigger. They've still got focus on it. So that's
Cell is
a fighting
still
game
OP.
of the future.
That's about it.
What was that?
Cell is still OP. That's about it.
Good.
But I mean, you can still.
I
Work.
loved watching at Evo when, like, in the finals, when I forget who was playing Cell, but every time he would do his charge up, and the whole friggin' audience was like, ah! Everyone went Super Saiyan in that crowd.
He's a bitch when you go up against him. I can't even lie.
But you love playing with him.
Yeah, I mean, I like beating his ass. I can't lie because he's so OP. Like going up against him, like show you how raw you are. Like,
Yeah.
that's the challenge. I hope somebody get a team of 3 cells one day and I could just wow out.
Go through them all. There
And,
you
like,
go.
now that metas exist, you can kind of figure out how most people play somebody.
I mean,
Internet
just
exists.
raw
It's
aggression.
always- I guess, yeah, Fighters, I like that it has, like, a lot more, like, creative structure in it, I think, in your combos. But it falls to,
man.
like...
Again, you
okay,
just
like
gotta
you say.
get butt naked in this one, dog.
Oh,
You
yeah?
gotta- it's one of those moments, bro. Like, stop trying to learn the combos and beat some ass, dog.
I
Just tell
It's
it.
Rox has a very limited library lexicon when it comes to describing abilities at video games.
Hey, man, that's
It
the
usually
thing.
comes in along with
Yeah.
somewhere where like you got to get butt naked, and you just go out wilding. Like
That's-
it's that, and that means a whole lot of stuff. Like he pretty
man.
much broke down like a 10 minute explanation into 2 phrases.
Yeah.
That's what you don't get, dog. It's about getting in there and getting out. That's it. You know. Done.
There it is.
It's over.
Style. Okay. What's your style of play? I get in there. I fuck shit up. I get out.
That's what I'm saying, man. I get in you.
I feel it.
You don't get in me. I don't take no damage. You know what I mean? I'm just here to get in you and get on. You know.
It is.
I'm done.
Rocky,
That's how it's done.
how to game any game.
That's how you master puppets.
There
Yeah.
it is. That,
To
right
be
there.
a puppet master or king of
It's
all.
simple.
That's how it works. You know. I'm out here. But
Unfortunately,
Love it.
I
love it.
got the same story. I've just, you know, did the ultimate fuckery and decided to, you know, get the solstice gear, purple gear on my warlock.
Did you? You're close though.
So
You're
yeah, I'm close. So, you know, got one. You got to finish it by
C-Rock.
tomorrow. So I have no option.
All you gotta do is get some coffee on the way home, and
But
just
man, it was
stay
brutal.
with it.
I'm gonna be honest. It was brutal.
I'm gonna
and,
be honest, man.
Rock's
We'll get
not
you through
doing it.
tonight.
He's not gonna do it.
I've got so many things that
not
I
gonna
gotta
do it.
handle. That
He's
just
not
I don't
gonna
have
do
the
it.
time.
He's not
I don't have time to grind it out. I can't lie.
I'm trying to be a friend and
I know. I appreciate you for that because you know, and you've been pressing me like, and I've been busy, man. I've been busy. That's why I haven't been able to game the way I want to game. I've just
That's
been able
fair.
to hop
That's
on
fair.
some shit and get on, you know. And then you know, with Dragon Ball, it's there because you know that's all these fools play. So I just come in,
Good.
slap a motherfucker around, and I
Yeah, I know
bounce.
you've been playing it.
Yeah, swing and lang.
There it is. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
your gaming style right now is
That-
just like your gaming style right now. You get
Yeah.
in there, you fuck shit up, you get out.
Yeah, man.
I've been doing the same thing though with the gear, and I want to say that you know the grind isn't really that bad when you get on certain parts of it because you can like have full control over
How
what's
you
going
do
on.
it.
But dude, people don't know how to get heroic public events.
No.
People don't know how to
They're so
beat
easy.
heroic strikes, and we're about to have year 2, and
What's
like
the
I
rating at
get it.
270?
But think about it. It's starting to become like Destiny 1 when it comes to the community. People are back in, like, think about it. When we first started playing, people were communicating
Yeah.
in part 2. And now it's like you get into an area, people just.
Yes, but solo queuing is it's a studio, you know, technical difficulty there.
It's one of those things. Man. But
The
we got it.
the looking for group or the fire team, you know, finder on the app is actually really good. You're
Does
gonna
it work?
find people,
Yeah.
unless people lie to you,
It's-
which happens. But unless if it's usually gonna find somebody who's actually serious. They're serious enough to go through the app, put the post in there, kind of scan through who they're selecting. So generally, you get a good team. But
Usually
like sometimes,
a team will boot someone if they're not holding up.
yeah,
I've been there and seen
right.
that happen.
Yeah, you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
the power struggle.
I usually
little
say
man
dumb
doesn't
jokes
get
the
it.
whole time, and
Yeah.
people laugh. It's
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, you just like you instantly go into your gear thing, put on your highest gear, even though you're not going to use it when the actual fight starts. Just put it on there and be like, yeah, dude.
I actually just put on the original Scorched set.
Yeah, you know, right,
And
exactly. So you're just
light
like,
to
I'm
level
3, you know,
10. I
Yeah.
got this, guys.
Right, yeah, you know, it doesn't matter. But it is. But if you solo queue, I feel that when people aren't using that app and you're solo queuing, you're automatically kind of getting that group of people that don't really care, and they're used to that. You know, so he's like for instance, I'm playing with a guy who's obviously not bad at the game. He has all the weapons, he has good gear, he has all the things.
He's played the hours.
But he's literally like off in a corner marching up, you know, and then like when someone dies, he goes off and like teabags the ghost. And you're like, I was
Wow.
like, okay, like that was funny, and then like you're realizing like, dude,
We're
we
never
haven't
gonna beat
this.
this.
We haven't beat this like super basic strike because like you can't wipe team.
Look,
You know,
he's
the team.
new to streaming, trying to do some funny stuff.
Maybe that is it, but it's just like, dude, and you're like sitting there like trying to think like, is this guy just is he so jaded by this game that that's what he does now? Like he just goes in there and like trolls on solo queued people, like, you know, I didn't get it, you know.
Man.
But the thing was, I played another, you know, I solo queued 3 of them, and the third one like wasn't so bad, but the first 2 it was just like, dude, are we gonna finish this? Because if I die, we're done. And like that's how I felt. And I'm like looking at these guys. I'm like, you have the right light level. Everything's good by you. You even have good weapons. But
Solo queuing is just.
But they're
you
like
said.
not paying attention to the modifier.
Your Crucible teams
They're
are going to
not paying attention to the modifier. And you can tell. You're like it's arc.
Your adventures are going to go
solar
haywire.
singe. This guy's solar. Why are you running out there next to him or doing that? Like you need to be hiding where I am at. That's why I'm here the entire time. And that's why I always take this specific path to go revive you.
So like,
because that's how you're supposed to, the game works. And just, I don't know, you don't know public events. You don't know core mechanics of the games. You don't know how to make a heroic public event. You don't know, you miss somehow. You miss something.
But if you catch if you're playing when something just if you follow the Solstice gear right when it first launched, it was, everybody's already hopping on and making posts of looking to run those exact things.
Right.
And what helps too is in the app version like that, they allow you to separate by raid, Nightfall, Crucible, so you can kind of already organize into groups and figure out what you want.
Yeah, it works really well. It works really well. You've been successful.
The raids have gone well for me. There's generally always at least one person in there who has done it the infinite number of times.
Yeah, and he's like the guy in there. He's in there.
A lot of the time, they're the ones who are putting it together.
That's the one who's losing his shit. What the fuck are you doing?
Well, you can tell how many times he's done it. If the guy's really done it
even
infinity times, if he's really done it
you've been playing the raids and winning and shit?
I ran,
we played the game,
on
Rocky.
Tuesday, I ran the whole raid. Tuesday afternoon or something.
Now
he's mad about the raids. You can still run raids.
Wednesday night, or the other night, I found a group through the Destiny 2 app, and I hopped into a Prestige raid. We crushed gardens. We got dogs in 30 minutes, maybe, and we were on to the next one when people started dropping. We were working on, we had just started. We didn't even run it once, though, Gauntlet, and that was going to be next. But Prestige, just ups the ante on every challenge. So, in Gauntlet, you know how you have people shooting and you have people running?
Everybody has
this
to run
version,
and shit.
everyone has to take a turn running. During those first 3 stages, it cycles, and different people have to do things. In, baths, I'm really nervous about baths. That one you have to, the bathers, the guys that come up on the elevator, when they die, they drop, poison that just ruins you. And then after everyone runs the center plate, or one of the symbols will spawn. You have to go to that plate to stand on it to get cured of a curse, and then go back to doing your cycle. So everything's stepped up. Dogs, there's 8 of them.
Yeah. It's the Prestiges. They've always done good. It's doable. You have to, but it is a completely different rate.
Yeah.
It
but
is a different
looking
rate.
for group, I have had a lot of success even with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I have too. I've had one bad experience with the Whisper, and it was a guy saying, Whisper Worm Quest, make sure that you know what to do. And so, I'm assuming, he knows what to do.
No, he needs you to know
Exactly.
what you're doing.
So, we get in. So we get in, and he couldn't do the first jump, to the thing, and then he didn't know the other way around. Yeah. So I died as I was running through it, and I'm looking at this guy's thing. I'm like, dude, he's in the beginning the beginning part.
Yeah.
He hasn't got out of there yet. So then I was like, okay, whatever. I go in, I keep going through, and then I die again, and I'm like, he's in the same spot.
He's not
I'm leaving. I'm out of here.
That is.
Did he send you a message? Fuck you, man.
No, he knew, right? No, he knew he already had suckered me. Yeah, he knew he already had got me there, and he's like, oh, he's in. This guy's 3 whatever,
It's whatever they think will get someone to jump in who can do it. And doesn't even realize it. And Whisper, you can't get pulled through that shit. You got to do it yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
And so,
yeah, there really isn't no
tryhards is my favorite thing to put in the line.
Yeah, but the thing, the funny thing about the Whisper quest that's actually really good, and it's just like the Black Spindle, is that you really aren't soloing. It's probably possible, but not at the current situation that most people were at. You weren't high enough light to really be able to solo the actual single mission that you needed to get the Whisper. Yeah, the heroic version you can because it has the modifiers on it, and you have the Whisper.
Yeah.
So that makes a big difference.
And the Whisper is that OP.
Yes,
if
it
you know
is.
how to use it.
It is.
And
it really
takes
is.
a lot of
and
control.
we experienced that though with the Nightfall we ran right after getting it, where
Yeah.
we're like, oh, we're gonna one phase this guy, and we did, and then we one phased him.
Plus, it looks so cool.
It really did.
It is the gun
yeah.
you will want to be sporting on your back when you are in the tower next year or whatever the local area will be.
Whatever it's gonna be, man. The
Next
whole
year,
game's
I mean
changing,
next
baby. Tomorrow it changes. Tomorrow the
Well,
entire layout.
Tomorrow's the major update.
Yeah. So we're gonna get this flavor. We're gonna get into it later.
All
We're
your
gonna get into
guns
it later.
close off at 9.
We're gonna get into it later. Right now we're gonna take a little break. Listen to some. We're gonna break out the bread for these
for the jammy jams.
Jammy jams, exactly.
Jesus.
Bread's being broken out. Getting the jam out the fridge, baby.
Some jokes are instant classics.
The Plug Gaming live on DFZRadio.com.
We don't never stop at red lights at night, nigga. We don't never stop at red lights at night, nigga. 2 letters G and a D for all my right, nigga. 2 letters G and a D for all my right, nigga. And I'm sipping on Activist, big go to Sprite, nigga. And I'm blowing on Texaco, this shit came on a flight, nigga. And I'm so professional, tailor-made, precise, nigga. And I told my lad bitch that I love her, but I ain't gon' fight with shit. Way too much money on my mind, these dead white people. Nigga, how to lay the blood, I'ma lead a height, nigga. Cushion authentic, that pathetic, but I ain't white, nigga. I heard you like the credit, you ain't rockin' real right, nigga. No. But jumped out the chain game with a lot of pain. I just want a bad nigga for the fame. Yeah, that big baby, she for the game. Stack a star, gotta maintain. Play this smart nigga from the start, going hard like this is my leg game. Yeah, bitch, I am LeBron Wade. Chopper give your ass a blunt fade. Ooh, for everything I do it for my family. It done before this summer till they take my breath away. And I'm posted on that corner till I see a better day. My young nigga pull on, they pull up and eat your face. We don't never stop at red lights at night, nigga. We don't never stop at red lights at night, nigga. 2 letters G and a D for all my right, nigga. 2 letters G and a D for all my right, nigga. And I'm sipping on. All the dab on me, man. All the drip on me and G Bentley, man. Ain't know what the fuck going on, man. Got all the dab on me. Got all the drip on me. Got all the dab on me. Got all the drip on me. Got all the dab, all the dab. Got all the drip, all the drip. Got all the dab, all the dab. Got all the drip, all the drip. Got all the dab on me. Got all the drip on me. I got all the dab on me. All the drip on me. I got all the dab, all the dab. All the drip, all the drip. I got all the dab, all the dab. I got all the drip, all the drip. Other bitch, whole nother bean. Got a moon walking like she Billie Jean. She say she on 3, that's a triple team. Say she on 3, that's a triple team. And I'm fucking around and hit 3 niggas. Goddamn shawty, that's triple bean. 40 hanging out a nigga denim jean. 40 hanging out a nigga denim jean. And I'm kicking shit, no bully. Walked in the bed like screw me. But I pat down my foolie. I used to be bro, didn't know me. Swift with me, I ain't talking boom game. Me and everybody hit the motherfucking floor. Got a rollie on my wrist, couple hundreds on my feet. I'm a shilly bitch, you already know. Late night in the church with the killer gorillas and thug niggas in the motherfucking creek. And I'ma throw the D real for a little nigga, and you know that your bitch the receiver. Nigga ain't gon' win on the beater. Make the whole stand still black beater. Bitch, I'm flying them motherfucking eagle. Bitch, I'm flying them motherfucking eagle. Got all the dab on me. Got all the drip on me. Got all the dab on me. Got all the drip on me. Got all the dab, all the dab. Got all the drip, all the drip. Got all the dab, all the dab. Got all the drip, all the drip. Got all the dab on me. Got all the drip on me. I got all the dab on me. All the drip on me. I got all the dab, all the dab. All the drip, all the drip. I got all the dab, all the dab. Got all the drip, all the drip. Bitch, I been damn since sunshine. I run the south, I run sun up the sundown. We can put no fist up, put them guns down. Or we can put them guns on which way you want now. Get with the bird, button down. Blue fade rollers and them diamonds on bust down. Had a bad day, you better hush now. Hey, bitch, I been dabbing, bitch, I been having. Rolling all gas, that much now. I ran on the red, that's a touchdown. I move, fool, good as shit go. So the dick so long, she caught the hiccup. I get swole up like the measles. I pull up and pop at your people. Patrolling the spot with the heater. Don't say no name, I got amnesia. I lick it and leave on the teaser. No second, no, I can't repeat it. I told her Michael Jackson beat it. Got all this dab on me. Got all this drip on me. Got all this dab on me. Got all this drip on me. Got all this dab, all this dab. Got all this drip, all this drip. Got all this dab, all this dab. Got all this drip, all this drip. Got all this dab on me. Got all this drip on me. I got all this dab on me. All this drip on me. I got all this dab, all this dab. All this drip, all this drip. I got all this dab, all this dab. I got all this drip, all this drip.
Yeah. Naps. Knock off. What up, Saint? And we hustle. Hustle hard. Team ADX anthem. Hey, oh. What these niggas want from me? Haters wanna eat now, you never get lunch from me. Get off my tailcoat, get off addiction. Team full of mean niggas, team green like it's Listerine. Don't cross the squad, man, we get them off, man. We on the front court shooting, you just a ball fan. I'm on the top back, y'all do it all bad. Grind on the regular, tell competitors all bad. Test the team, homie, watch you fall flat. Don't want the fame, but the change, I need all that. Hustlers get your guap up, rappers get your props up. Cause sky is the limit and we got heaven on lock up. Back down to earth, street swerving down Atlantic. Long Beach riding to death, we straight smash. This is for my family, this is for the masses. This ADX anthem in case anyone asks me. Oh, taking this shit head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Tell me who won it with these shots up, boys. We say hustling. Catch me in the booth to the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life on the lighting. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we say hustling.
Hey, I rep my team, rep my city, and rep my scene. Yeah, I'm down for mine. On the grind all the time, like overtime. I ride to the death, can't do it like this, so don't try to step. Can't move it like this, so don't try to test. Got shotters on the side of me, right in my left, cause we do it so swift, we do it so sick, and we ain't gonna stop. We got money to get, we got honeys to flip, got the streets on lockdown, so why would we stop now? We holding the spot down. Sour diesel Hennessy, a bad bitch next to me, ADX teaming, going down up in history. Do it to the death of me, so ain't nothing left of me. Dumping off the weaponry, hold it down for centuries.
Oh, taking this shit head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Tell me who won it with these shots up, boys. We say hustling. Catch me in the booth to the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life on the lighting. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we say hustling.
Bonafide hustler, stay up in the street, grinding all day and all night so we can eat. Roll up on your homies like niggas, stick 'em up. Now bags in the stash in the back of the truck. Pounds of the diesel, throw it in the air. Tipping Hennessy for my niggas who ain't here. Back on my feet after shedding a few tears. Give me 2 years, stacked up with a few mil. Niggas locked up, but the homies still here. Rapping ADX fresh in the full gear. Killing the recession, pumping on the top. Teddy Brock chop, killing blue clocks. Haters got no idea you ain't ready. It'll be a sad song if you niggas test me. Them niggas tryna send 100 cops to come get me. Gibbo sprayed a couple shots and told them bitches come catch me.
Oh, taking this shit head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Tell me who won it with these shots up, boys. We say hustling. Catch me in the booth to the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life on the lighting. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we say hustling.
GFCRadio.com.
I could pick a hoe, any money, mo, line went bad. Baby, give me more, listen, man, I ain't even know. Then a nigga close like, damn, why you ain't cuffin'? A lot of niggas taking shots, but they ain't never land nothing. If we in the club, baby, better understand something. If I grab your hand, you don't get another chance, honey. Honey, never get another chance, baby, all the booty, you can put it in a rubber band, honey. Fresher than any other man, women, they do anything. Niggas never understand money. Or maybe I'm just really that nigga. I ain't wearing no capes, giving out a glass slipper. For the record, had a woman tell me she could do better. Couldn't tell her she was joking, but I couldn't lie, fucking lie. Do it to you, do it to you, do it to you, do it like when. Do it to you, do it to you, do it to you, do it like when. Do it to you, do it to you, do it to you, do it like when. Do it to you, do it to you, do it to you, do it like.
Been there for a year. Uptown kicking while you ain't over here. Say hello now, naked when your mans ain't here. Say the water levies won't give a damn in here. We on wrist straight froze. You know what I want when I want what I get her. Going Patron and some more with the liquor. Keep going and going, her mouth is so tender. She cry wolf with her hair gone. She a wolf with her hair on. Yabba dabba ding dong. Whoa, goddammit, I'm a bad bitch. Bandit got them all in the hammock. Put the paws on them, got them all in the panic. If we all go to Mars, that's a whole nother planet. Whole nother planet, whole nother planet. Goddamn.
Do it to you, do it to you, do it to you, do it like when. Do it to you, do it to you, do it to you, do it like when. Do it to you, do it to you, do it to you, do it like when. Do it to you, do it to you, do it to you, do it like.
Fucking bad bitches, getting money while I'm fucking bad bitches. Live, fucking bad bitches. Put my face in the city like fucking bad bitches, getting money while I'm fucking bad bitches. Live, fucking bad bitches.
Hold up, bitch. God damn it. Get out my motherfucking face. Slum down. Yeah, she said, what you doing, where you going? Girl, I'm doing me. I've been out here chasing money, I ain't worried about a thing. I'm on a whole different game plan, moving like a pimp. I make a hole, hit the rain dance. Dollars make a strip, ayy, ballin' like a bitch, ayy, super fucking lit. Roll a blunt and spark it up and get a cup and fill the shit. I need a bag with the cash, 100 meter to dash to the money. Gotta go get it, cause these niggas ain't finna get it for me, you dig? Niggas talk, I don't hear it. Bitches talk, I don't hear it. My main focus is my chips, yeah. I said I'm walking like a man. Hand on my grams, other hand cognac. I'm already going in, but I'm like, wait, hold up, wait, let me roll up, wait, hold up, wait, let me roll up, wait, hold up, wait, let me roll up, wait, hold up,
Let me talk to him. On my mama, stuck in this designer. I'ma have to go and leave her, cause my bitch up in Atlanta. Louis to the left, Armani in the sauna. It's panoramic, how my fucking niggas causing problems. If you gotta get it, got me turning churches out of chicken. Okay, pilot got me probably piling up all this pepper, so don't tell me this.
We are back.
And I got a quick thing for you.
Quick, let's do
Hollow
it.
Knight is still $10 right now.
There it is. Breaking news. But yeah, let's get into some news right now.
Bum, 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 bum. Gamescom.
Gamescom.
That's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff. It always is, but this is like Europe's.
It's in Germany?
Yeah, it's like, but Europe's E3-ish type deal, I would say.
And it's growing more every year, so it's becoming like that E3 Part 2. So it's like a new place to release a whole new set of
the esports
information.
scene, Call of Duty,
Yeah.
PUBG, all that stuff does really well in Europe.
I heard the Fortnite booth there
Yeah.
was just lit the
Yeah,
whole weekend.
and
no
so-
new
but-
news
but-
from Fortnite.
yeah, but
They just had a
Fortnite-
humongous
But
booth. and everyone
Fortnite
was-
is, yeah.
That's
it
how
will-
they
it's-
do, dog. They
it's-
show up and take over E3,
No, but,
Gamescom,
the
birthday parties.
the have you seen that?
Yeah, dog.
Oh my
These
god.
motherfuckers is crazy, dog.
Oh my.
I bet you those game
gosh,
trucks
I
are
love it.
killing it right now.
I love it. But no, the game base, like, and you'll know this from playing Destiny,
Yeah.
when you get on at a certain hour, you know, your fire team slowly becomes more European. You know,
There's a point in time, yeah.
where you're like, next thing you know, you're just in there with Australians, English guys, and then like
And
and then
Draculas.
like an outlier, a Romanian or something like that, or something like that, where you're like, dude,
Yeah.
where are you from, man? You're like, oh, okay, I didn't expect that, but nonetheless, like they're super into gaming, and so it's super. This is huge, and I've spoken with some people over like Twitch chat and stuff like that about Gamescom, and they're just. It's
Lit
huge.
right now.
It's huge. It's like it's just like how we are for E3, where we're going crazy. It's nonstop events. It's all going down over there. So it's
There's probably like concerts and stuff happening over
Yeah.
because like we started,
But, you know,
LA
we
started
get that-
seeing that a ton.
we get that information a little bit sooner. That's coming out of Gamescom too. But there are some new things. But a
and
lot
what
of
they
new
did was they
gameplay
expanded
stuff.
a lot on stuff that already came out.
Yeah, exactly. You
I
get
mean,
that.
like-
You get the updates of the last
Dude,
4
that
months or
45
3 months.
minutes of Cyberpunk 2077
That
gameplay.
game. Wow.
The character,
That's
like,
actually- and
your
you know this-
customization. Yeah,
But they're saying that that's actually the game. Like
they said that was
this
actual
is
game,
the
but it's
game.
not complete. So they
They
like,
said
they
the
did-
game is playable though. Like this, they're like you could play this game from a start to finish right now,
Ooh.
and we aren't, and it's not coming
Beta?
out. Okay, well
They
I don't
gonna do a
know.
beta?
That's just what they said. So that's actually super, like exciting. Like that it's
Yeah.
actually has a finish. So now they're really just polishing.
Gotta be because like when they were playing, they said like this is in-game footage, but it's all liable to change. They
Right.
put like a real heavy marker on that. That was
Right.
just interesting.
Well, yeah, because it's
But insane graphics, super deep character customization. You're all like friggin' cyborgs. It looks so dope.
yeah.
The way it gives you like all these different, you choose what happens in conversations seems really cool. So there's gonna be a lot of like, it's gonna be a humongous,
Right.
humongous world of like characters and
What you want to
working
do.
for
Man, they
gangs
need to
and
make a
different
Ready
people and
Player
stuff.
One world.
It's
dog.
gonna
That's
be more
need to
like
be-
your.
That's the game I want.
It's gonna be like I think more like your Knights of the Republic or something like that.
Okay,
where
yeah.
you're heavy option based, Mass Effect type deal, where you get that dialogue.
You change your
and that choice,
relationships
yeah,
with different
through
factions and
dialogue,
stuff, but it's
and
all
your
around
choice,
there. Yeah.
and in your choices. So it changes the game. The game looks like it's the total package, like one of those
man.
type of games,
In
where
like-
it has the story, the gunplay, the gameplay, the RPG elements, immersive things.
Let's
that
talk
really
about the
get you in
RPG
there.
elements of it. And they did focus on that well in this video, so check it out. They talk about how the RPG aspect of this, it's a much looser class-based system, so it's very strictly on just building your stats on how you want.
Okay.
And not, even though it follows like RPG rules for
Right,
stats,
but it's not
it's
so-
not class-based.
Right, it's not so.
It's a lot more
confined.
liquid, so
Right.
it looks really good.
That's awesome. I think more
All
games.
these things that are like cybernetic upgrades just look so cool. They were showing you did in the demo they do a mission where there's this like dog or spider bot that like shoots things for you, and when you take it, it's like a thing that you plug into yourself, and then now you have the upgrade and it follows your sight, and it just you have a bot that's a companion. So like there's just this game is going to get super deep in RPG development in like this crazy cyberpunk world. I cannot wait.
Yeah, it looks
It's gonna be so
it looks
good.
interesting in a lot of ways, and it seems
And like the character you get
Like
to
I will
make
be
looks like
playing.
you're going to have a lot of stuff you get to do with it.
yeah.
Don't
How
get
they work.
attached to it, man.
Whatever.
It may not even come out.
That's not true.
That's how these guys get down, man.
That's how these
Just,
guys.
look,
these guys.
They got at least 3
get
or 4
down.
more years out of me, and then I'm calling it quits.
Saying, man.
Coming out on the Xbox 7.
Damn,
Telling you.
I don't know what's next.
damn
dog.
Xbox 7.
Better be careful, man. Don't get attached to games, man. Unless it's Call of Duty or something. Anything new? May not happen.
That's fair.
All right.
Scalebound.
Okay.
Scalebound, dog. I'm
Hey,
just saying.
He's
man.
still
Yeah.
hurt. He's still reeling from from some past, some wounds that haven't quite closed yet. Okay,
Hey, man,
we got you. I feel you.
I still have the
I
T-shirt.
feel you
No,
there.
I got rid
I
of
feel
it.
you there, brother. Okay, I feel you. You needed to say that last little bit, and now I understand. I totally get it.
Look, companion dragon. Enough said.
Hey, man.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
Ride around with your friends and you get some kill monsters.
But
That was- let's not even get to this.
I know
man.
because
God
we. It
damn.
was
sorry,
It
I'm
was
sorry.
at E3.
Look,
'Cause
you
it was
opened
at
the
E3.
wounds.
It was at E3.
Man,
We were
come
there,
on, man.
and we were there.
There was a
People
demo
went
of
crazy,
it.
dog.
And we saw, the gameplay.
There was a demo of it.
And
There's a
you
demo.
can choose the type of dragon. He don't have to be a flying dragon, dog. It was like, you could just have some wild ass type of dragon that they gave you control of and run around with your homies tearing shit up. Come
Yeah.
on, man. That was wild, man.
That was all.
They dropped the soap on that one, dog.
Yeah, they did.
Jesus.
was a
I'm sorry.
big
I need
drop.
a moment of silence for that, dog. All right, we back at it, dog.
Okay, but the free Gambit. Okay, Destiny 2 here, Gambit mode, right? Forsaken, live September 4th, right? That's when it's official. We get to
Okay.
play it a few days earlier.
Pre-orders, huh?
No,
24 hours
everybody.
only.
Oh, really?
Everybody's got it. Everybody that has Destiny, it's because this is not a Forsaken specific mode. I'm almost 100%.
I mean, they're trying to make it like the new
But
Crucible game
basically,
mode.
yeah,
Another,
exactly. It's like the
there's
Crucible.
Crucibles, there's Strikes, and there's Gambit.
Exactly. Right. And that's going to be up there with that option. And that's the PvE, PvP blend, this new mode that we've seen a little of. Rocky, you played it.
Yeah, E3.
So
How many
you're going to
maps
get this
do we know?
refined,
Well,
actually
they didn't
finished
give you that
version
much. It
that
was all the same
you're
thing.
going to be playing against every other dude that plays Destiny 2 now. So it's going to be so sweaty, I'm sure,
And-
Oh, man.
to
I
start
think-
off with. But no one's going to know what they're doing, and the little bit that you do develop, you're not going to really know like the ins and outs and the So
And
it's
they
gonna be
don't
real,
give you any information.
real,
like,
Yeah.
real
Just
even
put you out there.
heel right there.
And
It's
since
gonna be
there's
nice
an-
and even
Since
for
there is the
everybody.
PvE element taking a heavy role in this, they have more control over like adjusting gameplay
Yeah.
in changing what happens in the PvE side of
Yeah.
it to each side. So you
Yeah.
can do a lot. They can add a lot. They
Yeah,
can change
these-
a lot.
These PvP only guys, I fear though, are not gonna maybe not have as
They're
much
not going to be able
fun.
to stick it up.
Maybe not have as much fun, so it's gonna like maybe keep them away from it. So then you're kind of
Interesting.
limiting because they're like, well, I'd
But
just
once
rather
you
play
get
the
your
Crucible.
moment, you get it's like 1v3.
Yeah,
So-
that's true. We'll see.
'Cause that's what
I
that's
think
like.
I think I'm
I'm excited
gonna
to
have
play it.
fun. Yeah, I think it's gonna
And,
be like a great mode that I'm gonna enjoy.
we talk about
thoroughly.
Destiny enough. I'm sure you guys like it. September 1st, 24 hours. That's what they said.
Yeah,
24 hours.
24 hours, full 24. It's like I think it's a Saturday too, so it should be more available to everybody.
And after what they did to us with the Whisper Challenge, like, who knows what time they're gonna run that? And
Yeah,
it's
They're like,
whatever
it
they
just
feel
ended.
like.
It already ended. You didn't know?
Yeah.
Wait,
September
did it
1st.
start?
But from like 6 days ago. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but it's going to be September 1st. We're going to be playing. We're going to definitely, I'll probably play that most of the day probably to get like a good
Yeah.
handle on it because I mean,
See, Saturday, maybe I can negotiate to get a day off
This
on
is
this.
what we're going to be
I know.
playing. This is what we're going to be playing.
Yeah.
For Destiny. Destiny's changing. Destiny 2 is changing officially, tomorrow. And then throughout the next week, a whole lot more changes when Forsaken officially comes out. And I mean, our mind's going to even be blown further. But
Yeah.
we're gonna get more into
So
that stuff.
I thought Forsaken comes out tomorrow.
No,
No, it comes
we're gonna
out.
get into all that stuff later,
Oh,
right after
shit.
we do cover this. You guys are already been talking about this. You're getting the Smash Bro. You're gonna go for the whole
dude.
system.
Yeah, if they have one.
I haven't
sure.
seen a system.
Yeah,
I would
it's
love one.
not gonna happen, and I'm just saying that. So it probably will for you, but
They
the
didn't ask the
500
Pro
million,
controller, so.
the 500 million
this.
PS4 did not happen for me, and I scouted
get what
this
you mean.
motherfucker. Excuse my
That's-
French.
Yes, it
Okay.
was vicious.
I'm not happy about this.
You know,
And I
Travis
knew it was
got
gonna
it.
happen. How? Though?
Travis
Well-
gets everything. He got the Scorpion.
though?
I don't know. He's part of some weird ass like video game.
What did that? Tell him to
Like-
give it up. What it is? What does it cost? If
And
it's
preferably
reasonable,
not 14.
if
He's
it's
not gonna do
reasonable-
it.
No,
That's it. He
I
doesn't
need
even
another
play.
one. I
He
need
doesn't
another
even
one.
play it.
I
He
don't
doesn't
care. I
even.
need
He won't
another
even
one.
play it.
I need
guarantee
another
it.
one. He needs to get another one. How is he going to do it? Find out.
I'll find out for
Yeah,
you.
find out.
Gotcha.
Because the two places that I was able to like kind of get some sort of like reserve on basically they're not the major retailer, so they're not getting a pre-order stock.
Okay.
But that changed once every single pre-order stock sold out. And Walmart, I don't even know if Walmart even put theirs up. Target like pulled the crazy move and did it like 19 hours after the original day was available. They just randomly had to go live. And GameStop was out instantly. Literally could not get one. Had it in the box and ready to check out, gone.
Damn.
Like that fast. Every place that fast. Amazon, I went on to Amazon and I watched it go from its normal price to refresh to $1,400. Like straight up like that.
Were
And I
they
was
just like pictures of receipts or something, or like?
No, it says
screenshots
that's
of,
what
"I got one
Amazon
for
was
two."
having it as the only listed one available.
Yeah.
So someone had
Someone's
got the
that
pre-order and then relisted it saying listed
I mean, it
pre-order
probably got booted off
1,400.
Amazon soon
No,
after.
that's their. If you go search it right now,
it
it's their
still-
number one listing.
Damn.
It's terrible, and
That's
I can't say
disgusting.
that Sony would be happy about that.
No.
Oh yeah,
Well-
it's just go to like the product landing page and go look at the questions and answers and just look at the names: PS4 Hunter,
That's brutal.
PS4 Hunter Pro, PS4 Hunter 27. Like
Collectors?
the guy. Yeah, they're not. He's not a collector. He's like
Or he made the
selling it
account
on.
that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To go because he's gonna go sell that thing for try to turn a profit. But
And
I don't think
he'll turn his.
I don't think
profit.
he will.
He will. Guaranteed.
Okay, a couple, maybe like $200, $300.
The early
Yeah, yeah.
ones, there's going to
But
be
these
a peak.
$1,400 ones, that's ridiculous. No, they're not good. Like
He'll get that because
Release
somebody's
day-
somebody's going to buy that like last second. Like, you know what? I want it, and he's going to
The
get it.
day
don't
before
think so.
release day, I think, turns
I
the
think you'll
highest
see
profit.
that one. I
Not
think you'll see
release
that
days,
one. I think
but
you'll
the
see
day
that.
before.
I
Maybe
think
a
you'll
release
see
day.
that one. Well, that's what I'm saying. No one's going to buy those ones. They're going to go try to go get them out from the store.
That one will sit, and people will panic.
Nobody knows how many. The thing is, they were sold out in seconds. That means there could only be like 2 or 3 per region in a store or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
they still have to come out from the store. The store still has to get its in stock. The day of.
But not everybody knows this.
I know, but everybody.
Those are
That's
the
how it
ones
used to
who
be.
buy-
That's
those
how
are the
it
ones who
used to
spend
be. Remember-
$1,400 on a
remember-
system. It's the guy who
remember-
doesn't care.
Remember, you go there the night before and wait.
Yeah.
Like that's how. It
I
used
did
to be
a 2-day camp out because I didn't have classes like the day in between
Yeah.
with my friends, and we just hung out on camping chairs. The guy who was in the front sold his spot for like $1,000.
That's awesome.
When the 360 came out, I stood in line and got a ticket and sold it for $600.
I did it for
Yeah.
the PS4.
I did it the PS4.
I didn't even have any money. I was just in line with my friend. And this dude was like, "Dude, I'll give you $600." I was like, "Yeah, sure, here."
Oh no, I did it for the PS3. I did it with some friends that like I didn't need one, but
Yeah.
we had one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, but yeah, the Smash Bros. The controllers will be available separately, maybe.
Okay,
not-
so
it's not
all
like
we've
that
seen,
anymore, though.
all they've shown on the
that's
site.
the funny thing is the PS4 one. They sold the headset and the controller separately. But those were
Here's
all
how they
available,
show it
of
on
course.
this one is because you can look at it on the Smash site. They have it listed. It gives you pre-orders for the game, and then you click that, and it'll take you to the stores that are offering the pre-orders.
Yeah.
And then it has Pro Controller and Steelbook as the tab right below it, but it doesn't give you any offers of where you can get it yet or anything like that.
Okay.
It's just you click it and it shows you better pictures of it, really.
All right.
But the Pro Controller is like all black with the white Smash logo, like really nicely done on it.
Right.
And
I'm
then
getting it.
I agree with you.
I'm for
Like,
sure
the
getting
Steelbook
it.
wasn't too special to me. But
Oh, do
Yeah.
you have to get the steelbook with it?
I don't know.
I think that
all they
that's
did
what
was
it, I think
show
the
them
system,
as pictures. So
I think
far.
the system. That's what the system
We'll see it when it's
comes
priced. Generally, Smash things are separate.
With. We'll see.
Generally, they're separate, but I would love if they came out with a Switch, like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want the steelbook.
That would be
That would be
though.
something I might buy too.
Then they've
I'm
never
not a
done it before.
steelbook guy. Never been a steelbook guy. You can keep
But
Yeah.
the
the
Steelbook
motherfucker.
is something that they just give you now as like they used to
So-
charge for it, but they don't now.
But this is what I was saying to you guys
It's
before.
like this is the collector's one.
Does it even matter on a Switch? They're cartridges. Realistically, who keeps them in that giant ass book? I see online people sell. You can get like keychain sized tiny book versions
Yeah.
that are just big enough for the cart. But I was telling you guys, like, what I would love to see if they're going to do a steel book version, like a fancy version, then make it a fancy cart.
Yeah.
If we get a solid gold Smash Ultimate, I would buy that.
Shit, solid gold.
I mean, you know.
Hey, I mean,
classic.
I'd buy one too.
It's a classic.
Fucking
Yeah, you're right.
Smash Brothers. Like,
I want a solid gold
Though
Switch.
they can have every dime. It's worth it. It's Smash Bros. You can have every dime. It's yours.
Rocky will lose it all for some Smash Brothers.
Man.
This
getting
is
into
something
this
that
guy?
you guys both brought up to I didn't know so much about it, how deep it really went, but when you guys started talking about it, I saw this Phillip. I'm not. Is it right?
Journalism strikes back.
Miucin or Miucin?
Phillip plagiarizes.
Yeah,
That's his
Phillip the
name.
Plagiarizer.
Hey, Phil.
Everybody knows who he is
Phillip,
now
fuck you.
for sure.
Like-
But I was telling you guys this before, like, I have felt like, writing could be something that I've done, could do, but I also felt like, the level that, the criticism that you take as a writer or something like that when you're always putting yourself out there, and my abilities might not, it might not match up to, like, me being able to
It's a comfort thing.
handle that. Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
how am I going to really handle that?
Here's the trick. If you want it, first go to Slam Poetry Nights. It's real easy to get
Okay.
a possible.
Okay. But it always is like resume building and all these other stuff. Like, where do you start? I don't have anything that says that and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then you find out some guy like this who's basically been like duping
The
everybody.
reason you're scared.
Yeah,
for when-
right. And you're like wondering like, oh man, this isn't going to be good enough. Well, this guy just copy and pasted everything.
Yeah.
Everything
So,
in
like,
his life.
Yeah, like, and he worked for him.
Now,
But I'm
he
not
worked
saying I
for
would do
IGN.
that. But exactly. But dude,
To
I could
fill in the people.
I could send in not saying that it would work, but you could send in a BS resume and potentially still get hired from it. Like, I never thought
I mean,
that
you
was
could
actually
totally
possible.
lie in resumes,
I never
I
thought it
guess.
was really possible. I've never lied on a resume, man.
I'm always afraid of but I gotta put references and they're gonna call me.
Yeah, exactly. That's
But
what
then
I'm
again,
real.
like-
That's how I was thought. Like,
What was it? Shia
don't-
LaBeouf got
yeah.
his job by
Don't-
faking to be his own manager. And
Yeah,
he just
but
faked the voice. So there you go.
don't. Yeah, I don't know. When you write stuff down, like on paper, and you're gonna submit it, and someone's gonna store that, you want that information to be correct usually, because then they can always like touch on that to see if you lied. You know what I mean? Like, here's evidence of you lying. Like, I usually don't like to write stuff.
I
like
lie
that
on
down.
all my resumes and got all my jobs that way.
I've never not had a job that
The
I
first
needed.
job
They
I got
wanted
was the
that.
only time I lied on
So,
about a resume.
Really? Oh, I didn't, man.
But that's because there wasn't a resume involved.
Yeah,
It was
so-
like,
so
I was
I
doing
had
people
one
purpose.
resume where I said I was a skateboarder.
So you and this
I put
piece-
dumb shit on
So
it.
you and this piece of shit plagiarizer have something in common.
Yeah,
Well,
we like to lie on our.
so this guy got
resumes.
caught. First, he got caught doing ripping off almost like just so many lengths of word
Not
for
even a
word
good job.
stolen from someone.
even
But
a
see,
good
that's
job.
wow. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
lying.
So no, okay. let's get to the guy here. Phillip, like this guy
Didn't even do a
ripped
good
off
job at
practically
doing
word for word in a lot of places. A very good review of we were talking about it before, Dead Cells.
Yeah,
and it got
He reminded me of
shown
my
on Reddit, shown on
seventh
some
grade
other
self.
sites. It started exploding, and then more came up, and then more came up, and it's just his first you brought it up, his apology video, where
Jeez.
I mean like.
Where he asked the people to bring him in the evidence that they
Yeah,
can.
and
they're
call
they're
watching that
yeah,
was
like-
find something else and
they're
I'll
like,
accept it.
Here you go, brother.
And they just went down a list.
No, I
like, bow.
completely care about
Yeah.
honesty and journalism.
And then he talks about how this person,
Oh,
and he says
man.
that this person really does their good work, this and that. But like, if you really thought that, you would have gave them their daps and their credit during your piece.
And
if
it's
you
not-
really supported them and thought that they were doing a good job, because it's not a problem for you to reference their work, especially if you think that it was said the best or really well by them. There's nothing wrong with saying this person said it best.
And
says the
so
best.
many videos and texts have come up now that are just showing his complete rub up. And this guy's
Yeah.
been on IGN for a
He's
while.
my
He's a
seventh
big guy.
He reminds me of my 7th grade self. Literally, where you skip a sentence, write the next sentence. You skip, but but at least you said, so and so says, and then you put the exact shit in there. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of even at that time were like knew the basics. Like, hey, this is how I slip this shit in here
Yeah.
and take
Yeah.
up a couple sentences,
A
and some
couple
of those
lines
words.
because
Yeah.
I got to get a fucking
Okay,
99
okay,
lines.
it's 1,000 words. Well, I just made it. Now I only got to do 900.
And,
okay?
like-
because I put in these 10 sentences, but at least I put so and so's opinion. They said this. You know what I mean? Like, you at least basically cover yourself, like when you're just starting off writing in like the
Yeah.
earliest times. they teach you this. Like, don't take other people's shit. You know, if you take
The
this shit
internet's
seriously,
been around
they'll
long
fuck you.
enough. Teachers have been like,
Dude, it's
searching.
insane now. It's
Yeah.
insane now how well they can just find the stuff. There's stuff that does it for you. But nonetheless,
copy paste search.
this guy, that's how bad he was. He was like one-lining these people where he would take a sentence, then he would skip one.
But he'd use
then
the same exact descriptive
exact word.
terms.
No, exact word. No, the exact sentence. The
And they're
exact
not
sentence.
like they're very like
It's not ones that you
they're
would normally use.
artistically
Exactly.
used.
They're
Like
not normally
this
used.
person gave development in or like thought into this and gave this deep like description of this.
They
thing.
made
And
it
just,
their
like,
words.
Yes, they
Yeah.
used their words, and that's not something you could just nail
Yeah.
verbatim
Every
70 times
70
in one speech.
It's not possible.
Exactly.
And that's how they based plagiarism. That's actually
that's
really
how they caught him.
That's actually really the guidelines
Is-
of it. They're like, well, we will give exceptions where we could see how you would
And he's been doing it all over the net on people.
Yeah. And the best thing about it is he's actually taking it from. This is what I really didn't like about it. Is he's taking it from people that are actually working hard and worked hard to give themselves a reputation of the kind of work that they deliver, and they're known for their these certain, and that's why it was recognizable by people that knew their work instantly,
Yeah.
where they're like, no, this is so and so already,
Yeah, this fool he ripped that off.
yeah. You want to know why? Because if they're in that's their job, they're probably trying to see what their peers are delivering, so they know where their levels at. The reasons why he's probably looking at these other people's articles.
Exactly.
But you can take from them and you can realign the words and use other words to make that same sentence your own,
Yeah.
and completely be acceptable. And he knows that. That's actually part of his job. That is your job.
I read news all day
But
of this stuff, and then we come here and we talk about it, and
Yeah.
I can still spill my own perspective
Yeah.
on what is out there.
And that guy
That's all
was
it
not doing
takes.
it, but he was like making these videos about it, and he's doing it for IGN, one of the most respectable news
Yeah.
content
Well,
providers.
here's the thing: one of the largest,
Largest, yeah,
and that's
largest.
that is a big thing. Is
That
they
is a huge
do
thing.
kind of own a large part of the net. A lot of these things, like a lot of your major events, like Gamescom and E3,
Right.
they have huge presences as well. They
Yeah.
are supplying a lot of the news for people out there.
Yeah, no, exactly. They're like, you go on this site, they're like, well, yeah, he was
Yeah.
the Switch guy. A lot of his reviews were for Switch, and it's like, okay, so when people are getting reference from
tell 'em to hire
IGN,
me.
when people are getting reference from IGN, they're referencing them to Phillip, and that's what they're seeing. They're seeing this guy's content. The people are familiarized and gave his identity to that portion of their news, their journalism. Phillip Miucin or whatever it is the Switch review guy, game
Mucinex,
guy.
because he's just like that thing from the Mucinex commercial.
That weird like blobby green
Yeah.
thing. But I mean, he is like that in the
how you say his name.
world of journalism.
Mucin got X'd
Yeah.
from his job recently. Or will,
In the world of
probably.
journalism, yeah, that's what he is. He's like a scum. Some guy. I'm not trying to knock the guy, but some guy does a great YouTube
Destruction of
him, and he's. I think he might even be the guy that kind of really fully exposed him.
Yeah.
But he really just
He
he.
just called a plagiarizer at the end of
Yeah,
the
he
day.
just can't really, for him, he was like, it's enough.
I've seen some-
I just can't really take this type of stuff. And that's how it is, dude. It's
Good.
very serious. Writing or
Good that news is
publishing
getting out there like that,
publishing works, though, is very serious, like, to where its origin.
And
You
man,
can't-
like the
you don't-
internet works. It's these communities that came together and surfaced this information.
Love it. I love that
So-
about it. Exactly. That's the best part because,
Booyah.
that's the like crusader for justice deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's it. We saw this, noticed it, and we weren't like, oh, look at this asshole. They were like, no, we're going to do something about this.
Yeah.
And that's what's up. And that's when, the community is, banding together. Because like I said, that's somebody that's on the internet heavily writing or in the comment section or in Reddit on the forums.
Yeah.
They're a lot of times they're aspiring writers. They're flexing or they're exercising their tool by engaging with people on these forums in these places, and that's kind of what they're doing.
And
They're
like-
mastering their ability to communicate through
Reddit itself,
words.
this is dumb thing kind of, but I used to love this early days of Reddit. Early days for me. Like, I don't have to see this anymore, but people would find, like, a Redditor would find someone's camera on vacation and post some of the pictures, and then through the Reddit community would find appropriate pictures, put them there, be like, I found this camera, and I've watched Reddit communities, like, put together this person's camera, get it to them, just because of Reddit. And so, like, it's a humongous site now. It's the 4th largest website or something that's used for traffic. But, like, I'm talking, like, 4 or 5 years ago, I used to see that happen, and there was some cool stuff that happened through the Reddit community like that.
Yeah, and I mean, the internet could be a terrible place, but it also could be really cool. It could also be a really cool place as well.
These guys, like, moved into a place and found a mystery safe in the basement, and for, like, weeks, Reddit was going insane over these guys trying to break into the safe and find out what was in there, and there's fucking nothing in it. It's just bullshit.
Like the live footage of us getting the door open.
Well, they like there used to be the term of like this subreddit's bleeding out again, because like something that happens and blows up on one sub would just suddenly leak into like every other sub that a lot of the people who use it go on to, or a lot of the main ones, and it's insane.
Absolutely.
It's like high school. Remember those days? One rumor starts.
I'm still in high school. What are you talking about?
Oh, well, I graduated some time ago.
You said a rumor starting, it just spreads.
Mm-hmm.
What about this rumor that started and spread into reality?
Is it
Streets of Rage?
Yeah, buddy.
Streets of Rage. I mean, this one for me, that's like Sega Genesis in a box.
Some of the classics, man.
Yeah, that's where it's at. That Altered
That
Beast.
was a Sega one for sure.
But Streets of Rage, yeah, great. Classic, real simple.
You were in the streets. You were raging, man.
You were beating ass.
That's
all you were doing.
That was that whole game. It was just like, oh man, that's a pretty big punk. I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Oh, he threw a kick. He finally threw a kick. Oh man.
Oh, he's got me in a headlock. Oh, what do you know? I still kicked his ass.
This is what I thought Streets of Rage this one should have been was the game Fighting Force.
Fighting Force was the game I was talking about, dog.
Okay.
Remember when I said it was like a big dude and a chick, and there it fucking goes. Jesus.
I remember what you're talking about, but Fighting Force is like that's what I would imagine Streets of Rage, the newer one, being like a play, like kind of like that, how they did that one. But Fighting Force was a super sweet game, but it looks like it's going to stay more like traditional to how it was. I saw a couple.
They need to put Fighting
there.
Force out too. They need to make a new one. That was a great fucking game, dog.
Can we crossover?
Can we get an update on
Battletoads 2019?
No.
They announced it.
Oh, okay, but
at E3 it was part of Microsoft's thing.
Yeah,
they had
but
a cheesy voice
yeah.
that was
But
like, Battletoads
yeah, right.
2019.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but Dante's Inferno.
Dude.
Oh, come on.
The game that needs to be remade in hyper HD.
They're dropping the ball on that so bad. I can't even say
What do they
so,
call
man.
it? What do they call that? Backwards.
Backwards compatibility.
Yep.
All right. So,
I'm sorry. I have to do this because they have like an update on it. Like you can kind of get like a review of it.
And like Soul Calibur 6 for Switch.
Yeah,
that's the next rumor. I just saying I want that to be true now too.
Yeah, you want that to be true, but Switch, man.
If Streets of Rage though is going to be that style,
Switch,
like more classic,
man.
it'll fit on Switch.
I know, but they basically said the Soul Calibur. Bandai Namco was like, we had already started developing this before Switch was a thing, so it's not like we're leaving you out of it, type deal.
Yeah.
So there's hopes that it will show up, which is going to be awesome because now Switch has like Dragon Ball Fighter Z, dude. I mean,
Dragon Ball Fighter's getting over
the
there, but also like Panic Button. I think Panic Button is the makers, for people out there who don't know. Panic Button is handling all the Bethesda ports,
right?
And they're doing incredible jobs, and they're getting better at it. But I think they're also like really putting ripples in the water of how do these AAA games fit onto this thing, because
that is I'm upset about the Switch now, because now that they're dumbing shit down to put it on there, It's not the same.
It's a
Yo,
hard
don't
line
say
to
it's
play
backwards
with.
compatible,
so
Dutch.
there's appropriate.
I will flip this fucking table over
Yo.
right now.
Say it.
You're stupid in your mind like a child.
No, it
You're
is. They got
stupid.
passed in July.
his mind is
Shut up, dog.
Dog. It says it right here.
What does it say?
Larry, Major Nelson put it. Dante, he tweeted this July 17th. Dante's Inferno and our
Larry!
Roos are coming to Xbox One. It's already there.
I
It's already
met
there.
him.
It's on Xbox One.
It's already there.
So it's already on Xbox
Yeah.
One.
Yes, it's already
What are
there.
you talking about?
It's already there.
I met him and had a
What?
good conversation
I'm
one
about
time.
to
It's
It's
going
That was
down.
funny.
I'm looking
That's
at
all I
this
have to
right
say.
now,
It's
dog.
going down.
Shut up,
I'm so
dog.
glad that we just thought it.
I'll find
See,
out
we
right
blow
now.
our own minds here
You know
on the
what?
show.
Well,
dude.
now
I'll
you're bringing
find
this
out
up.
how it's there.
No.
How about you know this there?
I'm looking at it right
You know
now.
what?
What are you
And that's-
talking
said-
about, dog?
But it's coming back?
It's backwards compatible. Dante's Inferno.
Okay.
Okay.
I bring this up
It's
because some
We're going through the
other
seven
recent
circles,
news
guys.
that came up
We're
in
going
Microsoft.
back to the seven circles, guys.
Well, okay, so there's been
That's a
rumors of Microsoft starting to do this like payment plan based, get an Xbox One, get Xbox Gold, and get Xbox Game Pass.
yeah.
Kind of a thing.
That
so
looks-
that would be that'd be a game changer with the direction they're going in.
That looks like a competitive, like, easy, really, really successful program.
Yeah.
Because it gives
Anyone can
everybody's
get an Xbox.
But then also the format that you're so used to, paying for your phone monthly. Well, you didn't want to buy the $600 phone, so we put you in these $20 payments for the next X amount of years or whatever. Okay, cool.
And
That
after
makes it
making this
manageable.
thing so entertainment room focused already as
Yeah.
a system,
Yeah.
like
yeah,
it's that can replace people's cable boxes for people
That's
who
what they're
don't get cable.
And it will just basically
It runs every app.
It will accept your cable too.
It runs
and take your cable channels and
Actually,
put it on there and
make them
run
better.
It. Yeah, and
you
run
can
it, so-
if you have a Connect, you can
Yeah.
be like, "Yo, Xbox, put on HBO," and
Yeah.
it'll put on HBO.
Yep. So I'm gonna go for that too. But that is great. It's like an
it's how
all-in-one
it is, yeah.
inclusive program. Game Pass, Gold, and the system Xbox One S or just a One.
Yeah,
And then like whatever
gonna
the
probably
payment
be a
program,
great program.
whatever the payment program. So you
being
again,
so worldwide,
no
like,
initial,
so many people will be
no
able to get
initial
an Xbox.
upfront cost, right? That's what it says. Like,
Oh, I didn't see that part.
Yeah,
I just
think
saw that
that's what I
it's
read.
designed like phones. It's monthly.
Yeah, I think that's what I read. So you're gonna go in.
Some
and
of that
put-
will fall under like some
well,
legal
you'll-
stuff.
No,
though.
I'm telling you, they'll do it like a
Okay.
phone.
Yeah,
And they'll put it on a plan. They'll take you, obviously some information
you're
from
paying
you.
like
That's-
$40 a month.
Yeah.
and you have this thing.
and it's sent to you.
Is it saying that you own it already?
Own what?
Is this just a free game they're giving out right now?
Dante's. If you already own the game
If
on
you
your
already own
Xbox
the
account,
game, you
so if
have-
you had
yeah.
it on Xbox 360
Yeah.
to your account,
It's your
you
game.
already own it.
Yeah.
Rocky's
Yeah.
having the happiest day of his life.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, I already know it too.
I have seen Rocky smile.
That just tells me one thing, that I haven't logged on my Xbox.
Me
in so
too,
long.
dog. Me too, man.
In so long.
If you already owned the game and logged online with it and have achievement score with
Yeah,
it and
right.
stuff, all the way back to Xbox 360, once it becomes compatible,
Yeah.
you can have it. It's the hard thing with Xbox games because you got to still have the discs. They didn't have really much of a live service at the time. But like,
You know what? That's
I used to hop on and be like randomly,
Yeah.
like, you have this game available to download.
yeah,
now.
I
I'd be
know.
Like, oh,
I got
shit.
Demon Souls that way. I was like, what? Or Dark Souls.
Nice.
No, Demon Souls.
You are get it. You're giddy as fuck right
Hey,
now.
man, because I'm just going to be honest with
Remember
you.
when we were talking about this and we were like, we're joining the raffle. We need
Yeah.
everybody. We went and signed up and fucking petitioned the shit.
Oh, my God.
We petitioned that on the Xbox
contributed-
website.
I feel
Look,
like we made this
is-
happen, dog.
It's recorded.
Remember, there was,
It was
when we looked at
recorded.
it didn't have anything.
It was recorded though.
Thank you, all the people out there who helped us
It was
make
recorded.
this dream
This is a
become a
recorded
reality.
show. That was a recorded show.
It's an
That's one of my
emotional
favorite
episode.
games, man. I'm like, oh.
I'm really blown away because I
Yeah.
was like going in to look at it as a joke, like, oh, it's still not a, and then this shit.
And then
says
you
it
just
is
had your
available.
yeah. I'm trying to see. I used to
Dude,
have.
dreams do come true, man.
I don't
They
think I have
do.
the Xbox app on my phone anymore.
They
I'm gonna see
do.
if I can
That's
just, like,
proof,
download it right
man.
now.
That is proof right there that dreams do come true. One more thing on the news section here.
It just straight
Google.
up telling me I can play it. Like, play.
Yeah.
On your phone right now. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Xbox Anywhere though.
If
you
that
know?
happened, I'd
Okay.
probably just go sit in the other room
I'm
so
sure
I
they'll
didn't ruin the
resurface
show.
that.
for
Google
you guys.
and Epic are in a little bout.
Ooh.
Fortnite was released on Android, and we all know how easily exploitable APK files can be.
Yeah.
A bunch of people, hackers, basically renamed the Fortnite. Well, all you have to do is rename. They figured this out later, that all they had to do was rename the file that of the whatever malware, whatever they're using, rename it the name of the Fortnite APK. So once they did that, it loaded up as Fortnite, looked like Fortnite until the actual app was ran. So tons of people's phones were getting infected with viruses because of Fortnite was being opened up on them. Epic rapidly, deals with the issue, but knowing that they can't guarantee every app has been updated by then, they asked Google to not disclose any information about what had happened or any details, and they for 90 days, the next day they released the information about what had happened and how it happened. So basically, apps that haven't been updated yet are still out there. That if someone opens them, they'll still get a virus on their phone.
Brutal.
Yeah. So
don't play Fortnite on your phones.
You need to update it. No, you need to update it.
Yeah.
To the most recent update, if you haven't already. That's how you avoid this at all, because it will just basically kick out the old file, put the new one in, and then they fixed that exploit where it doesn't basically just load the app only if it has the correct name. So that's what it would happen. It would initiate the app launching process if the name was correct. That was its first checkpoint instead of actually checking a data file or something inside. But
problem solved.
Yeah, problem was solved, but not for everybody out there. And it's literally just launched with the Galaxy Note. And they're trying to
with that character too.
The character and all this.
15,000 people.
Hey, that social security number you had that you already lost 1,000 times in the past
year.
Well, they don't
know what.
Well,
they
you
don't
just
know,
lost it for the 1,001st time.
They don't know what the hackers, what they're using, or how serious it was. So it's
well, it sounds like you have to replace they have to open a different app on their phone that just looks like the Fortnite app.
Well, yeah, it just looks like Fortnite.
They were
the
probably
whole app
sponsoring
different.
it on websites download this, and then you click it through Facebook, and then it takes you to the site that has you download it technically third party. And
exactly.
You have to press the OK.
So always download your app from the store.
Yes.
Yeah, if it doesn't send me to the store,
and always stay up to date.
Yeah. Okay. Don't even open it through a link because they try to mimic the store as best they can.
Right. It's the same with your
whatever
emails.
you found it in. Go into your app that's the Play Store.
Yeah.
And
it's the same with emails. The same way you were taught with emails.
Or you can live dangerously.
Rock.
That's why I got a burner phone.
Open everything.
I want to try this app.
That's why I have a Mac. That's why I have a Mac. It's just the thing's bulletproof to most viruses, and if it gets one, they're usually pretty
terrible.
I've never had one.
Honestly,
Rocky's had a very bad experience.
They're terrible if they land on the back.
Windows,
they are next level.
They're rare but aggressive.
They are very aggressive.
Windows 10, the Defender, the natural thing in it is actually really good.
No, it is.
They totally did it bad enough on a Mac. It will break it. It will break the Mac.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to explain it. But your Mac it will break.
Just say goodbye, and it will never turn on again.
Guys.
Oh man, I love it.
Remember the old AOL boot logs people would send, when you went on. You remember that when it was America Online, and then you get the little JPEG animation that's Arnold Schwarzenegger comes over and then kicks something, AOL and then you were offline.
That was
AOL
when you used to wow out. AIM?
All or nothing days.
That's what I'm saying. You hop on AIM, man. The next thing you know, you out here, man.
Yeah,
you wow.
AIM was wild.
Yeah,
for sure.
AIM was a lot. You know what? AIM ruined a lot of people too. Let's share the subject.
Yeah. Good thing.
So
Let's
Rocky
take a break.
Let's
take a break.
Let's take a break, man.
All right,
Someone needs to forget some memories from.
We're gonna break out some bread here and get some jams going here. We'll be back with some Destiny 2 Forsaken prep.
Back with the boysenberries.
There it is. The Plug Gaming live on DFZ Radio.
1-7 Elko, riding down the west coast. Candy paint dripping cause I just got a fresh coat. California raised me, an LA baby. The Chevrolet raisin, scraping on Dayton's, riding down Rosecrans. Get with the program, call me the drone man, the hydros potents. Got your eyes low, lower than the ocean. Just west coasting through the coast with the potion and the best dro to smoke. The baddest bitches, girls in bikinis with ass titties. The hustle game easy, you just can't believe till you see me on TV. Drive down the wrong street, might see the tech smoke. Hop in the ride and let's go to the west coast. This life is like a movie. You meet a model bitch, then you fuck her like a groupie. California, 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 yeah, the county of LA. California, California, Compton, California, yeah, the city where I was raised. Second son of Eazy-E, so don't be amazed. Same nigga, same flow, same mind frame. I'm all about the loot shit. Fuck minimum wage, cruising through these Cali streets, smoking on this OG. Cash rules everything around me, I need more cream. West Coast, get it in. What the fuck you think? Saying I'm riding with you, really though, this money in the bank. E3 hotter than the California forecast. Burning up these tracks, nigga, I need more cash. Yeah, I'm a bona fide hustler. Fuck with my family or cash and I'ma cut ya. Real G's get it, that's only the obvious. Go against us, you know you facing the consequence. I love my state, but I really hate the politics. Better keep stepping, buddy boy, in a pile of shit. Yeah, in a pile of shit. E3, get it in, nigga, I'm live as shit. 3, 2, 1. As the world keeps spinning, like gold 100 spokes, engine running, Chevy gunning down the coast. Just let it roll. Who doesn't love to see a 6-4 hop down the block, banging Eazy-E and Pac? Motherfuck the cops. I drove in my ride, but I ain't even tripping. It's another summer night and I'm about to get the dipping. It's California, A, got some beautiful women. Gotta see it for yourself, it's such a beautiful vision. Palm trees, palm weed, won't you ride with me? West Coast in, floating through these Cali streets. Cruising down the boulevard in the late night. Sunset to the daylight, we take flight. Lights, camera, action, fast cars and jewelry. Models and groupies, we film in a movie. It's a motion picture, everybody's a celebrity. Won't you take a picture? It's a motion picture, everybody's a celebrity. Won't you take a picture? Latin girls, Asians, black girls, Jamaicans, white girls, they all on vacation. Pop another bottle, yeah, we buy 'em by the case, and we spit it big faces. California, 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 yeah, the county of LA. California, California,
And I don't hold up shit, you know what I mean, but to represent, you know what I mean, but to be me, you know what I mean, procreate, have better things, make a better nation,
I'm Superman fly in the city. Check a nigga altitude. I'm higher than the rest of you. I'm Superman fly in the city. Check a nigga altitude. I'm higher than the rest of you. I'm Superman fly in the city.
Caviar got me scorched. Why you niggas smoking Newport shorts? And you wonder why your bankroll short. Probably cause your ass never left the porch. I be grinding and making moves, you know the business. Pound the block, pushing work till it's finished. Serial killers need no fucking eyewitness. Extra clip, shit, I'm on my blade.
Respect you, respect me.
I've been hustling my whole life.
You know there's no nigga out here like this.
Seen the light. I see you niggas stopping at the stop sign. I'm California stopping cause the world is mine. Some claim defeat, the angels speak. They woke the king will sleep. The trip will be the way to me. I'm Superman fly in the city. Check a nigga altitude. I'm higher than the rest of you. I'm Superman fly in the city. Check a nigga altitude. I'm higher than the rest of you. I'm Superman fly in the city.
Tapes confused with wearing capes, you fools. Still breaking the rules, roll moving, you lose. Handyman with the tool, I had to rock his body. I came to body like Lottie Dottie, and I don't wanna hurt nobody. I'ma break it down with the get down. Watch it go down, hold it down with the 4 pound. Now you know now, it's about to go down.
Respect you, respect
I've
me.
been hustling my whole life.
You know there's no nigga out here like
Seen
this.
the light. I see you niggas stopping at the stop sign. I'm California stopping cause the world is mine. Some claim defeat, the angels speak. They woke the king will sleep. The trip will be the way to me.
My weaknesses and my strengths. But everybody know my strengths definitely outweigh my weaknesses. As long as that, I'm a human being, like everybody else. And if I meet somebody perfect, then they can train me. And they can help me be perfect. But there ain't nobody out there perfect. So we'll all just get along with it.
They say Machiavelli's resurrected, I can feel his presence. But the coldest thing, Machiavelli never left us. Who the fuck he think he is? Talking about Machiavelli never left us. Who the fuck is it? I'm an outlaw thug, like hustling to the death of me. Brutalist, Helly, and I'm mom lost, baby. Worth to get money, knowledge and a fucking lead. Think I seen that ghost if you stood right in front of me. Tupac eternally, Rogers on his own shit. Think like new money, and you can pass it, show me. Worldwide masterpiece, hustle on this fucking street. On that dead fed crime, so they still trapping me. $1 million smile, girls say I'm sexy. Bachelor in arts, got it in psychology. Player, you ain't fly as me, still can't see me. Stand on oxygen when you can't even do the breathing.
Check a nigga altitude. I'm higher than the rest of you. I'm Superman fly in the city. Check a nigga altitude. I'm higher than the rest of you. I'm Superman fly in the city.
and looking strange and deranged. I'd advise them lames to remain in their lane. I'm all about my change,
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Be skinny or go sad, bitch. Hate to stay on that mad shit.
Alrighty. It has come. The time has come.
Talk about
Champions. Only
same thing we talk about every
week.
week.
The Crucible. Now, what are you guys gonna do on the show this week? Same thing we do every week.
Try to take over the world.
Yes. And play Destiny 2.
That also. We're taking over the world of Destiny 2.
Yeah, and we are going to get into some of the nuts and bolts or things that a lot of people have been saying you should do, but kind of the reasons why more so, and more the details of what's happening, how the game's changing, and kind of like the layout for Forsaken.
And if you are unaware, that happens in like 15 hours. Everything changes.
Yeah.
Forsaken doesn't come out for a week.
Thanks for putting that into perspective if we're going to do this grind, too.
That's
that didn't really work for me.
Yeah, but that'd
make me feel good about that.
Look, do you want to talk this out on the show? Because I'll talk it out on the show and figure out.
Nope.
I want to play it.
I don't know. I'm thinking it's going to be like 6 hours, but we'll talk.
It all comes down to when someone logs on.
Yeah. I mean, I'm logged on.
No, don't put that shit on me, dog.
I didn't see if
I'm
you have any
logged
opinion
on,
on
and
this yet. So
I'm like 90%. Then I'm just skipping Fortnite sessions too. So that's how serious I am about it.
So if you want to try and run a whole nother character tonight,
I need to finish the second one first.
Okay.
Dog,
I said I will help you with that first. I need to do those things.
Dog, I want to, but I'm trying to say, man, this is a tough one for me. Because it's saying it's already on my system.
Can I tell you something?
Because my shit is set up to automatically download.
You own it versus 14 hours to go. There's no argument to that.
There isn't really.
What are you guys talking about?
I'm telling you. Okay, well, this is year one solstice gear. That's fucking dope.
Year one solstice.
That's gonna put you. The most important thing is that it's
gonna set you up for
get you at
Forsaken.
400. You're right.
We're not gonna be able to hold your hand once Forsaken comes
So
out.
yes,
Doc.
everyone out there.
I'll just get the little coin
the
and be like,
solstice celebration ends
but
like
then you're gonna have
at
it
9 a.m. tomorrow.
That's
That
the
you
reason
cannot build
point
your
of the
gear
solstice
anymore.
gear,
So if you have not unlocked purple solstice gear, your
but I have a
legendary
reason-
set
I have
that's
a
400.
reason- I have a
can't-
feeling that
Sorry.
the solstice gear is going to make a difference.
okay.
What it does is, and we were a little confused on this last week, but the perk you get when you wear the whole set is whatever ability you are running, damage of that type is improved.
Okay.
So if you are an arc build and you're running arc weapons, everything's just going to tear up a little bit more.
Yeah.
And
Watch. This is what's about to happen.
you get the set at Blue, and then there's a bunch of challenges
Forsaken
and
is
6
about
missions
to
you
come
have
out,
to
dog.
do. Then you
And
get it to green.
everything we're wearing is
Then
going
another
to be
set.
irrelevant.
Then you get it to purple, and you are dope.
That's not going to be true.
Literally every weapon you have, shit. Every piece of gear you have, if it is an
But
exotic.
that perk makes a
shit.
difference because that's something that would transfer over to, say, the Crucible.
Yeah,
Say
but-
I'm running an Arc Uriel's gift, I'm even more dangerous.
It's already pretty dangerous, and then even more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
That
but
shit
this
makes
is
a
it. But
difference.
here's a interesting
Cold
little,
heart.
interesting little deal, and this is from your boy DMG over at Bungie.
Tell us.
Year 1 armor can be infused to cap and take year 2 mods, so totally relevant. Year 1 armor, however, does not have random rolls. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So to an extent, you have some sort of, that's valid. If you're going to want all random rolls. But the point of the Solstice gear putting you at 405 is that you're at 405 when Forsaken starts.
Yeah.
Right. And yeah, this coin is only going to put you to the new level to get light power, not your new light level.
Oh.
So you're only going to get the 5 levels that it's going to need that you'll get from the story. Right? So it's just that's the boost. It'll allow
You'll
you to
be at
start
385.
It'll start allowing you to equip better gear. sooner. That's what that's going to help you. It's not going to be like, you got the best gear in the game.
Oh, I
player.
thought they was just give you that whole.
No.
Here you go, buddy.
Like for instance, in Destiny, it was light level 20 in year 1, and then it went to 25, and that's what you got, a shining light coin, right? Every character got one, and it would basically take your guy up to that point to where you were at the level you're supposed to be to play the story. Okay. So it's for people that skipped the year or didn't start playing until the third or second year.
Yeah, so you fell off in Osiris.
Right, exactly.
No, because I came late to fucking Destiny 1.
Yeah.
And they gave me 2 coins. One was to boost my my level up, so I didn't have to run the story, and then the other one was to boost my light level.
In this one, they make it one thing.
This is what I'm telling you. They boosted your light level to the stuff to play the story of the current release. Okay. So yeah, you were way boosted past the year 1 story and stuff like that. So you'd be boosted past everything to probably you played the Warmind, so you're going to be in that same. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get you.
They're going to be taking everybody to your level.
It's going to put you in this one. They said there's going to be like one thing they give you, whether you make a new character or you've already been playing the character. Everyone just gets one.
Yeah,
and it'll catch you up in all the missions complete. And then it'll get you up to level par or light level par.
But it doesn't do like Midas multi-tool or any of that stuff for you. It doesn't drop those for you, which is interesting.
It's about the collectibles you got on your stuff.
Those will drop at a, rate that is in tune with your level, like the Midas multi-tool. So you can go get an exotic early on that's 390 or whatever.
Oh yeah, that'll be at par.
Yeah, so
good point.
Might have multi-tool.
Just like how it was at 3. It's at 340 right now.
So I did that with my Titan, and I had I had a super beefed up Mighty multi-tool, better than the one that I already had, because I played my Titan way later when my characters were higher level. I dropped a higher exotic because it scales with your level.
I don't have a problem with resetting a character. You
don't have to start playing the game. You bring whatever you want up to par.
You got to start playing. Let's get there first.
The Solstice gear is going to have something special about it, so I don't think you're going to get as much of a perk like that with other stuff. So far, it's the only set of gear you can do auras with.
And the highlight mod, like the mods that you highlight your parts.
I love the set. I don't use all of the legendary level set.
And it has three.
You can do you get 3 looks for it, which includes the original Scorched set from the beginning of the game.
Right.
And that's how I use my chest armor. Is it's all the tattered up cloak, and it looks fly. I love how my character looks the way it is.
It looks super fly.
Oh yeah. I got the watermelon shader because I know you love it.
That shit is trash.
But
the
in this
copper,
one, no.
Watermelon.
The watermelon picks up
shiny. All right. Back into.
I'm telling you.
Let's get back into the. Let's get back into the.
Log in and I'll prove you wrong.
Updates.
All I'm saying is log in and I'll prove you wrong.
Right. We're gonna get a view at the new weapon systems tomorrow.
It's right there. Look at that. It's right there.
I don't want to see it.
It's the GIF on my phone. Can you see that?
So we're gonna I saw it. Yeah. We're gonna get these.
Okay.
What is it? We already got the patch that came out. It was Destiny. It's patch 2.0 or something like that.
2.0. You can download. Nope. It's you got a message when you logged in today that was you can start downloading it at 9. It'll be off from 9 to 2. This is Pacific time.
9 p.m.
9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay, yeah.
It'll be off.
I was like, wait.
So at the reset, it's going to be off until the afternoon.
Yeah, right.
Okay. And then once it goes live, I think you could start downloading it at 9, but they're going to shut that's when they're doing all the server maintenance as well.
Right, 4 hours. Yeah. Right here. Yep.
And then once it goes live, it goes live.
Yep.
And the changes that we're going to get is basically all the main mechanics changes that they've expressed are part of Forsaken.
The year 2 weapon slots will be active.
I don't know to what degree the changes are actually happening tomorrow, but there's the shader set changes. There's the item, there's how armor or how everything rolls changes. That's all supposed to be tomorrow.
Okay. We got a good thing going here. So these are some of the general changes that we're looking at.
Yes.
Year 2 weapon slots will be live for all players. During the transition, weapons that overflow players' inventories will be sent to the postmaster. Year 1 slots. So that's why you need to clear out your postmaster.
Yeah, clear out your postmaster because if it's overly flowed, you're not going to get
exactly.
shit.
They just
You're gonna
delete
start
those.
losing
They just delete them, and there's no getting those things
just
back
put stuff
whatsoever.
in your.
So just clear it out.
Yeah, clear
just
it out.
clear it out. Go through.
Just keep the set you're running right
clear
now.
out your closet. Period. Clear out the shit
and
that
just
you
put it
don't
into deep
use.
storage.
Yeah.
Like you're just putting it in
use
your,
the shit that you don't. Get rid of the shit that you don't use, and save copies of the element types in things that you do use.
Yes.
Because
element types change entirely on the rules.
they won't. They will not be able to re-roll. They won't be able to roll the element. It will be every gun's locked into a specific element. That's what I've read so far. That's what's going on. These weapons. Our Year 1 slots equipped with weapons that are moved during this update will remain empty until the player equips another weapon. Okay? Some of these ones that they're talking about.
So just put everything in your
moved,
vault.
These Year 1 power weapons will become kinetic weapons. Okay? In Year 2, Alone as a God, the sniper rifle from the raid will be a kinetic sniper.
Holy shit.
Okay?
Now, see, that's
the
an
Balagant shotgun, which is, if I'm not mistaken, a dead orbit. One of the dead orbit shotguns.
I believe so.
Is gone kinetic as well, too.
Damn.
Okay.
That's changing shit
The
up.
Frigid Jackal.
That shotgun was shit.
But just to this, a shotgun as your kinetic.
Yeah, as your kinetic slot.
No, I mean, it's just, okay. I'm just
a
saying,
sniper
I used it,
as your kinetic.
The Frigid
That's
Jackal,
huge.
which is one of the Braytech, like 3. You get the Lone Wolf, you get the 18 Kelvins.
The Niflheim Frost, or is that?
No, that's a different one.
That's just a drop.
That's just a drop.
What you know about Niflheim, dog?
There's the Garden. No, that's
18
that's
Kelvins.
the other one.
The Lone Wolf or something like
I
that.
forget the Braytech stuff. I didn't keep any of it, really.
And the Frigid Jackal. The Frigid Jackal is a really good sniper.
Yeah?
Really good. Hawthorne's Ford Shotgun.
Borealis.
Kinetic. Auto fire.
Way to bring that gun back.
Damn it. Perfect Paradox.
I have one of those.
Yeah. Shepherd's Watch and the Silicon Neuroma.
That's good because you have to
got
earn
one
the
of those.
Paradox.
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah.
good shotgun too, if I remember.
These Year 1 power weapons will have their elemental attribute changed and locked to solar. The Achilleos shotgun.
So if you already have it, it's going to change?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
The Achilleos scout rifle will now be solar. Both be solar. It's locked in at solar.
Okay.
Year 1 exotic weapons will remain in the power slot as exceptions to Year 2's weapon slot changes. Darcy, Legends of Acreus, Tractor Cannon, Whisper of the Worm.
Those stay power weapons, you
Stay
said?
power weapons, regardless of
Fair,
this
'cause they're vicious.
of this new layout that's going to be coming through.
And that kind of gives
So it's
like
going to
an
be a
opening to
power
legendary.
that's forced to stay in its spot, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to have this roam ability, whereas you Alone as a God is a power weapon, but it's also kinetic.
But it's just going to be a kinetic weapon in your
Right.
two.
In your turn.
And the fact that you can run a sniper
and then you
your
can
auto
still
rifle,
still put Legend Whisper of the Worm as your power.
you
Exotic.
can double sniper rifle people.
Yeah.
So you can
Don't have 2 whispers.
empty a
Oh, no,
clip,
then you couldn't do
swap.
that. That's why they
empty
do
a
that.
clip.
There it is. Okay, that's why they do that.
This
That's
fool
why they
was
do
like,
that.
"Ooh,
That's why they
two
do that. Yeah, that's why they do that right there. There it is.
And
with
you
your
can't
Darcy-
two whispers anyway.
So
they're in
actually,
the
this
same
is
slot.
a good thing though, because that means they might not nerf box breathing, because it's still. That's the perk that Darcy gets, and Whisper of the Worm when you stop moving for a second and you just stay down sights, the precision damage increases and the range increases. That's good because people were scared that they would nerf that, but this is actually one of those things to where it's going to keep it to this,
Yeah.
you're not going to be able to.
They have to separate kinetic and power sniper rifles anyway.
Right. Okay, so that's a good one. Players, no.
I'm just imagining.
New ammo economy, we knew that. We kind of went over that, what that's changing. So all the stuff's going to drop more often depending on like how you're using the other one equipped. And that's kind of how Destiny 1 was, but like, you're using your primary, it's going to drop your elemental or your
a bit more towards what the people want.
right. And then your elemental, you're going to use that and it's going to drop more often power for you, right?
Yeah.
So power ammo is going to spawn more, but it's not going to be so devastating because you might already have your sniper as a kinetic. So if you're getting that loaded all the time, then what's the big difference, right?
Yeah.
So all of them will be treated more equal, I guess, and show up more often, which is
Kind of
great.
balance the
Kinda
three
just
layers
balancing,
out.
exactly right.
And not
So
make
you're not
it feel
like-
like your power is your power.
Yeah, because like when you're running certain ones like rocket launchers, you're like, I gotta save my rockets, guys. So I can't be just shooting fucking rockets this whole time, but you should be able to use your rockets throughout the whole level. It shouldn't just be
not stock up for boss.
Yeah, for boss, exactly. Even though that's what you would want to normally do, but like, I can't fire 1 or 2 at all. Otherwise, I fear I'll never get one again. That was a little much. Or I have to use a trick with the.
There's a couple things that force it. You know what? The fighting lion kills with that weapon are like almost guaranteed on power weapon drops.
Yeah.
Remember when people said that was a whack ass gun?
I love that gun.
They buffed it.
Yeah, they
really
fixed
good.
it during that gun update,
Really,
and
really
so
good.
like it's just when
It's
you
suppressive, does more damage,
and
lasts
if you
longer.
get a kill soon after hitting someone, it auto reloads. So the idea is you hit someone once, switch to your kinetic, and then clean up.
And then it's back in there. You just switch back to it next person.
Exactly. But I run a arc lock where you just throw down what I'm running Lunafaction boots. So auto reload. So any grenade launcher is just so much better.
Yeah, so other year 1 energy and power weapons will have their elemental attribute locked. So elementals
See,
are
that's
being
what I'm
locked.
planning the most on
Okay,
right
so
now.
mods for elements will not exist anymore. Okay?
Mhm. What happens to mods?
You're going to be able to turn them in for something.
Okay. Oh yeah, they're gonna have a new community.
Yeah.
Like our
Mods are still good, like for like some of the armor mods, right?
Yeah.
Your weapon mods for your elements, though, yeah, it's all gone.
I'm curious how.
And it
mods
says
will play
don't
out
change them
next.
in. Don't just. It says wait till Forsaken. Don't get rid of them. Wait till Forsaken.
Yeah. Hold on. to
Wait
your
till
stuff.
then. There'll be an exchange for you that
Listen
makes
up.
it more worth it, rather than what you'd be getting now.
And see, I just got rid of so much stuff not long ago. I have like nothing. I cleaned up my whole inventory already for Forsaken.
I know they're like,
I already
like,
kept
well,
the
we kind of
importance.
expected you guys to just be a mess. It's like, well, you gave us limited everything. How could
Yeah,
you expect
man.
us to be a mess? Like, fuck you.
I am so organized.
I was
about
trying to
that.
save like one of everything, and you
Me too,
you can't
and you
even
can't
do
do
that. Like,
I bothered with just the stuff that
Bullshit.
I ever used and mattered to me, and I went and cleaned up and threw out a bunch. So like,
Ooh.
I kept a couple. I have 2 positive outlooks. I have 2 Uriels. But any kinetic weapon, I've only kept 1 of because energy doesn't really matter.
only keep one of everything.
You know what? Garden Progeny. I think I'm saying that right. That one is an incredible kinetic scout rifle. I love that one. It's one of the best things out of Osiris.
For sure.
And then I have like I just picked up. I was running Escalation Protocol. If you don't know and you're trying to do this, probably they might fix this in the update. But there was a current glitch where when you're on level 7 of EP, you kill them right when there's 0 seconds left.
Yeah, you
So,
take them down like almost
Nova
to, like,
Blast is perfect.
quarter health. You have everybody stop, and you let
People
the timer
even take
get
them down like just a sliver.
Yeah, you get
Let
them
the
down to
timer
0.
hit.
As soon as it hits 0, you finish them all,
Yep.
done, and then it will basically essentially like give you the award for finishing it.
It doesn't give you the chest,
Doesn't
but it
give
gives you the
chest,
drop.
Gives you the drop, but then it cycles level 6 like it was a fail.
Yep. So
It
then
only
you
take,
start it again, and you're back in level 6, and then
So
you can
you're-
just keep cycling
You're farming,
it
yeah,
really
you're
quick.
farming EPs.
Yeah. I got the shotgun on the first run, but then I also picked up like half of the EP set, and it all looks like Ecolo stuff. So the armor set's pretty cool.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any of the armor from it.
I was running
I've
with
gotten the
someone sent me a
sniper
message
and
that
some
was like
other
EP,
stuff.
and they had a whole server going already, and I just like hopped in and.
Yeah, it's really insane what you got to do.
It was a
to
lot
get
of fun.
it, but yeah, I'll be running more of those here in the future too.
They're very doable once you're at 400.
The exotic weapons, exotic armor, emblems, all of that stuff gets collections. We mentioned that like a week ago when we first heard about it. So you're going to be able to go get those at any time from a specific collection, kind of like with your exotics, how they are now. You can always get it, but it's going to be in like a place rather than in your vault, like taking up space.
Is there a list that says like every weapon that's locking into a specific or changing? Or is that the one?
Yeah,
just the ones you
there's
read?
a whole. Those are the ones that I read that are very specific. The rest of them are just locking into one, where those ones are actually
But you
changing.
can say you can have the okay because
Those are changing. Well, like no,
I
it's
have
gonna
a
lock in.
conspirator. I'd love to get a second, but I don't know what energy
so
type
what
I
you
should
need
make
to do
the first.
But what you need to do is you need to get one of all three. If you have
I
three
don't
of them,
have- I don't have time
okay.
for
So then what happens is it's locked to its whatever it is.
Yeah. So I'm curious, what energy should it be?
What one do you want
It's
it to
solar
be?
right now.
What do you want it to be?
That's what I'm trying to
There's
think.
no answer besides what. Yeah, so
I think
you
it's
can't search,
it's but
can't search the web for that answer.
that means that. But
You should
after
make it
tomorrow,
void.
it won't change anymore. So anyone you
Yeah.
pick up will always
Void.
be the same.
No, it will be whatever
And
it
it'll
rolls.
roll. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Void.
But
I'm
then
on
it
board.
can't be changed.
Well, I already use a graviton.
Void.
So I
Yeah,
really
exactly.
like
It's
graviton
just-
in
it's just
PvE.
locked.
Honestly, it's a great weapon, and I'm working on the.
Run it in void.
No, I already have a void scoutish thing.
What?
So I'm running it in solar right now.
Exotic weapons will lose their plus
I'm gonna keep
5
it
power
solar.
mods in preparation for September 4th. That's one I didn't know.
What does that mean?
Because
So you
they're going to
lose your
have different
5.
mods.
Yeah,
That's
so you lose
because
your-
when they come back, you're going to have different mods on it instead.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
Yep.
There will probably be locked in ones that are
Yeah.
very specific. So it makes
Right.
each exotic weapon what power level they want
Yep.
it to be. They can separate them appropriately, but they'll all be the same. Like they're still
All
gonna be.
legendary.
And now it's legendaries that are the cycle.
Yeah. All legendary.
That makes sense.
All legendary and exotic gear will lose their plus 5s. But not legendary weapons.
Or they might all have a what is it? A catalyst. They may all just automatically have the catalyst even.
Maybe.
Because right now we already have some weapons have catalysts.
Yeah.
They can,
Right. Some
Dutch
don't.
has expressed how much it can suck to get a drop.
Dude, but then I got like 3 or 4 or 5, and like I was like, now I can't even do all of these. Like I just wanted
But
one.
you still
to
have
do-
them.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
you still-
I know.
Because I've been working on this graviton one, and these cosmology kills sucks. But
Yeah.
I was running EPs by myself today, and that ran a lot of the percent, most of the way. It gives the thing stupid range. It's a sniper rifle range.
Zur, your boy Zur.
What?
He's not in control of himself. He always says this. His thoughts aren't his own. All these things.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing some tricky things, man. Now he's not gonna have an icon.
So they're trying to go back to the old
Yeah,
Zur.
so he's not gonna have an icon. He's not gonna be contained to where the public events or the flashpoints at. So he can be in any of those locations. They're not gonna tell you.
Oh, so now you
Find
just
it.
gotta...
It'll be on the
Yep.
internet.
Yep. He
but,
used to
like-
just show up at the tower or at the reef, and
But you had
just
to
find
search him
Yeah.
out.
You just had to find him.
And that was like, you expressed what last week about the Gallahorn because
Yeah.
we were talking about
Yeah,
Gallahorn
right.
Day.
Yeah.
So like,
it's like you got to go out and find Zur. Most people didn't even know who he was, where he was, or how he showed up. Only on the weekends.
we should start a petition for don't post where he is on the internet.
People make their accounts that are based off of that.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I know.
But
I do it sometimes too. Zur will, I mentioned both of those. Zur's Faded Engrams. This is one thing I don't like. It's all pre-Forsaken exotics. They'll probably change this later on down the line, like
Yeah.
how long it was until they introduced the Faded Engram.
they're going to use it as a catch up for people, not as
Yeah.
a get new things.
Right.
But hey, that means in Forsaken for us who are going to be playing it.
Yeah.
You got to earn that shit.
Right, exactly. It's good. It's good thing.
We did complain that like Zur each week, him selling everything was like, oh, I got this thing. It's so legit. Oh, they're selling that a day later.
These are things that I like. The sword.
That happened to all of us.
The
and you got
sword is
burned.
going to get shaders. Sword users think that's super cool, I'm sure.
I think that's awesome.
I think so too.
I think this is awesome.
That blade, I hope that blade
timers,
changes colors.
timers to the rift, so now you know how long it lasts.
Yes.
It'll tell you how long to, no random guessing. Like, should I stay in any longer or no? It's like, no, there's only 3 seconds. Leave. Don't take this damage.
Yeah.
Barricades will also have the timer.
Just like how everything else
Before
does
they
it on the
expire,
side.
exactly before
Yeah.
they expire. Wanted escapees from the prison of elders will roam the open world,
That's what I expected. That's important.
That's tight.
Yeah. That means
but
you're
they
gonna
won't
have
drop
better
rewards until September 4th, though. But they're going to introduce this feature.
Oh, so you get to start meeting somebody.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like what's it called?
The ones we fought in literally the prison of elders in Destiny 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's
So
going to be
you're
like
gonna
the
get a
Lost Servitor
bunch of
remake.
old characters to
they're
come back and
they're like
terrorize
junkyard
through?
versions of
Yeah.
something you had already fought.
That sounds awesome.
It is super awesome. Prison of Elders was way awesome, and I don't know why.
And
they
that's like
didn't
a
add something
great
back into it.
teaser next week.
And
That's
and
a
the
great
Lost
way to spend
Sectors,
next
the
week.
Lost Sectors, buffed up. 240 is the minimum required light level at EDZ Lost Sector is 240. So stronger enemies down there. It was the Lost Sectors were a great idea.
But why play them except when you have to?
You should have made them have super rare drops. If where it's okay, hey, it might only take you 10, 15
You got
minutes.
a lot of glimmer.
It might take you 10 or 15 minutes to complete. 10 minutes, not long. But there's a super rare drop of something very specific from it. You know
it
what
was
I mean?
mainly glimmer in there.
Or
Did
the
you
drop
feel that?
always
mostly
rotated.
trash.
The drop always rotated which one it was at over all of them. So it's only if you had completed it at that certain time. But or you make it super hard and then give you something sweet at the end, like a legendary engram or something.
Or
guaranteed.
give it faction.
Right? Yeah. Right.
Fix
right.
that again.
Can we get
That
some
was a
faction?
good
Can we get some
reason to
faction
do-
fixes, dude? Can we just have factions
That was a
live the whole time
great
like it used to be?
reason to use
you
Lost
just wear your
Sectors.
faction gear, dog.
You just rep it or
Honestly,
you don't.
even if it was just running the Lost Sector and you had to shoot that shit along the way to get the faction rewards,
Yeah.
that's better than
Right.
just having to do a Lost Sector.
Absolutely.
I don't know why that just disappeared. I was dude.
They ruined the faction rally.
Right. Let's get.
Faction rally almost killed.
We're cutting it close on time. Let's get into some of the class changes here, and all these. This is all stuff that can be found on the this week at Destiny or this week at Bungie, the TWAB, which is released every
It's the
week.
home screen on the
Right,
app. Even.
exactly. Yeah, and these are the patch notes. It's just the one thing about these; they're all the way at the bottom at the end, and they look like just a bunch
But
of
I
words that
appreciate
nobody
them
cares
for
about.
starting to release that information.
Oh, they
more, 'cause
always
they've got-
have, but it wasn't always just right there.
Yeah.
But they're patch notes. They're not exciting things for most people, but
But for
I
us.
get into them. Yeah, exactly.
I read
Because-
frame data on
Oh,
Smash
Yeah,
stuff,
right.
man.
So the marksman dodge is now going to be considered a full reload. Non-hunters never realized this. We didn't get kill clip from dodges. We didn't get any of the perks from reloading. It just literally reloaded your weapon. So now we will get that Rat King becomes more effective with it.
Yeah, because you can dodge invisible
right,
with that
exactly.
build.
Kill clip, super effective with it. Celestial Nighthawk will grant 33% of your super energy back if the target is killed by the shot, which is huge because it now grants you a reward for the sacrifice of putting all your shots into one and then hitting that shot.
And it makes it more effective when you're not fighting a boss, because that's the
Right.
only time you used it.
Right, exactly, and it makes it more right. You're I'm not just wasting
It
this
really
helm.
sucks
And
on
you're
a lot when you're
hitting
doing
your
locked
pause
stuff.
screen. Yeah, you're in the
Yeah.
middle of a boss fight, hitting your pause screen just to put the Celestial Nighthawk on.
Or worse, locked gear on prestige level
Right.
stuff. So.
True. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Worm Husk Crown will no longer start the regeneration of health and shields. What? Yeah, this actually makes sense. But it will now grant a larger health and shield bump at the beginning of the dodge instead of the end. Because have you ever noticed that if you're taking damage and you dodge and it starts your bump boost and you're taking damage, it's all gone. So you didn't even get anything
You are
back.
telling me the biggest problem with healing rifts also is that it's just general healing.
Yeah.
So you can't throw it down right for when you need it.
I haven't got
'cause
there
you
yet.
don't-
Okay, can we get to the classes
wait.
here, everybody?
Are they fixing that?
Yeah,
So
okay.
they that was the only reason why that thing was worth wearing.
But now it's going to give you a larger health
It makes
boost
it worthful to
right at
use
the
everything
beginning,
now.
right at the
That's
beginning, so your health will actually be up there when you're taking the damage, because you're not taking damage at the end of your dodge, right? That's when you're free, but now you have no health, so now you're going to take damage and get the boost when you need it. So when you skate away, you'll still have that little half bar or whatnot, not still damaged and not healing. Sometimes the point of it gets nullified by the fact that they're spamming you with splash damage.
And you need a chunk of health
And
to survive.
So what happened is you would dodge, and it starts it, right?
And then
Have
you
you
get
done? You
stopped.
know the
I know
momentum.
exactly what you mean. That's
half,
what I run.
Half of the bars fill up. One
Yeah.
fills up at this end. It goes and starts at this end and starts at that end, and then it flashes. Right?
As a warlock,
and then it fills.
you
from two different ways.
You played a Nova Blast Warlock for a minute.
Yeah.
You remember, you throw down the rift when someone's shooting you and you're just dead because you haven't even finished the animation yet, and you're
Right.
just standing still.
Yeah. So warlock classes, we'll move right into this.
Yeah.
Increased
sorry.
healing rift effectiveness. Okay. Well, not to mention we also get the timers. So you're getting the effectiveness. So that's probably going to mean it's starting sooner, starts the healing process sooner, maybe even a quicker animation, something along those lines.
That'd be good.
Empowering Rift now increases precision damage. Previously, this is something I never really looked into. The bonus damage was capped at the weapon's precision's damage in PvP. So
it wasn't actually giving
weren't
proper...
really giving that great of a boost. Now it's going to, increase the actual precision damage. So you're hitting
I prefer healing
crits
anyway.
times whatever this multiplier is.
Yeah.
Which is obviously going to be much better. Skull of Dire Ahamakara grants increased super energy gained from Nova Bomb kills, which was what it kind of already it made you stronger during Nova Bombs.
Like a stronger shield, I believe.
Yeah, during that, because the animation once again will leave you as a target.
It's a lot of Warlock problems. Casting magic takes time.
Right, it does. Dude. Yeah, it does take time. But you're gonna get that energy back, right? So that was like a shared perk from the Obsidian Mind, which was super OP in Destiny 1 when it first came out, but that's kind of like a perk that it had.
Okay.
Killing higher ranked enemies will grant more super energy with the Skull of Dire Ahamakara. That perk is also going to happen. So killing higher ranked enemies, only higher ranked enemies.
Good void
build
item now.
Exactly. And the transversive steps have enhanced mobility and will automatically reload your current weapon.
That's a good add-on.
After you sprint for a short time.
Otherwise, it was useless.
Yeah, it was just totally useless. Titans into the realm that we
they're going to be super punchers.
But yeah, we might be running them after tonight though a lot. Rally Barricade no longer requires players to take cover to reload. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because I don't run Titans, but people that do run them, I get behind their barricades all the time.
And I have
so now you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
You just
keep shooting.
You basically have the sweet business.
Well, I'm running those rifts anyway with my Luna factions.
For real. As long as that thing is down, you just dumping.
So it feeds the ammo directly to the magazine.
That's tight.
Helm of Saint 14 now grants allies an overshield for a short duration when they pass through. Mask of the Quiet One now increase energy gain from incoming damage and will grant health from kills while critically wounded. More importantly, I think these are more important changes for us, the grenade changes. Axion Bolt, increased base damage, increased the amount of time it takes for tracking strength to lessen. Flashbang, increased damage, base damage. Incendiary grenade, increased base damage. They messed that one up. They messed that little tab up there. But anyways, base damage going up all across all the boards. Scatter grenade is getting retuned.
Did you just say more useful grenades?
Yeah.
Sorry,
right.
useful grenades.
Right, useful grenade. Lethal.
They kill
lethal grenades. Let's say lethal grenades because they were non-lethal grenades.
What that shit crazy?
Yeah.
Rubber bullets.
It did damage though.
They did,
okay,
but they
sweet.
it wasn't a grenade. It never felt like a grenade.
you had to throw them in presser food. That was the thing I didn't like. But
it's a bit too much like Halo in the sense, though, of didn't really just kill someone.
So the skip grenade increased impact damage for each skip drone impact for higher total potential damage. So everyone that hits will increase the damage. Yeah, exactly. Nice. That's actually doing so. Void Wall, increase the damage of the initial wave. Because, actually that one was a pretty good one, but it's hard to catch people in it, the Void Wall. But now the initial flame to burn them.
It was a blast and then the burn.
Yeah, that's what
I love that with my Titan.
I used the flame. Dog.
I was a Void Titan.
Trials is going away.
Whoa.
Come the 4th.
Weeks, right?
Yeah, no, the whole season.
Oh, the whole season.
It's gone. Entire season 4. There's no Trials of the 9 or anything. It's going to come back a whole new different beast. And
the sweatiest of the sweatiest will crawl out from under rocks.
Trials of the Sweats.
Now they will wait.
They're just going to be calling it Children of the Sweats. And it's like, wasn't it called Trials? It's now just called Children of the Sweats. It's just what we came up with. It's what works. Yeah, so it's on hiatus. That's all that. That's what's important.
Yeah.
Launch times and all that stuff are, they're important too. But we talked about that. 9 a.m. Download it.
Yep. Closed till 2.
Yeah.
Possibly longer. They tend to be longer on those days.
Okay. This is a little update on Forsaken. We'll talk on Monday before Forsaken.
Yeah.
So we'll do that then. Perfect. Did we want to do this retro outro here, boys? What were we talking about?
Yeah. Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero.
Rocky,
Now-
but Rocky didn't even like it. Like, I don't even
See,
understand that.
this is why we just got to start cutting the show live, like in the middle of our dumb arguments, right before we go live, because right before the show started, Rocky just blew my mind for a second.
Why?
Because you hate Guitar Hero.
I didn't like it. It was whatever.
I loved it. We'd have.
I had a lot
I had
of
songs
friends.
I didn't have
likes
to
of
look at the
friends.
screen anymore.
Oh
for.
yeah.
I'm telling you, I had
100%ing.
homies that was a part of a cult following. For
100%ing songs and just going off with the whole band.
Rock
like,
Band had the final,
microphone hanging
yeah.
from the ceiling. Just you could play drums and sing. You could
Nice.
guitar and sing. Whatever you wanted to do.
Yeah.
I had the full setup. Friday nights were lit at my house when Guitar Hero, or even
Their other one,
Rock Band.
yeah.
We
Rock
did it
Band was
all,
the one
dude.
to have
I
the
had
full
all that
set.
shit and
Yeah.
never played it.
We did all the full set.
So I
Yeah.
remember even one day with a group of friends, we got together so we could do the last Rock Band challenge, which is every song in the playlist.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I
We
don't
championed
know.
that one.
We would do hours on hours.
It
but
took a few
was-
breaks,
it
but
was
that's
no
what
rhyme
we
or
took
reason.
a whole day. Well, there's like, it's like one of the last things you can unlock as a challenge. It's like a show where you play every single song on the playlist.
Yeah,
But
I'll
you
tell
can't
what,
turn it off.
We were all fit and healthy then too, because we were so into it. We were sweating our asses off.
Oh man.
Just going
What did
nuts
you play for
on
your band?
difficult. Oh, I played everything.
Oh,
We
good.
would rotate.
Yeah, I
but
guess,
was-
like,
but,
lot of songs
Not
all day.
everybody was good at drums. And I had like literally gone so hard on the drums at times, like because I was like all into like trying to really
Did you
get.
smash a few?
Yeah, I like broke the pedal in half and had to like reinforce it with a steel plate. So like it became kind of like my customized deal anyway. So
you knew how to work.
we were
it.
like, you
handle the drum.
You're the drummer now. You're just.
But a lot of people
superior.
couldn't do it either because like it was like really like the drums on Guitar Hero was more about passion than actually paying attention. You couldn't look really and do it.
You have to know what it
not
was.
with the guitar. Yeah, not with like the guitar where you could like kind of like
Follow as it happens.
yeah. With the drums, you kind of had it hard. You had to be because you're hitting the pad for it to register. So if you're like waiting or doing anything weird, that like moment of hesitation is.
It was more sensitive. It
Yeah,
seemed.
so
And
you
then-
kind of have to just be like, no, this is it.
Where a lot of
You're
people
like,
lose it
you
too
know,
is-
and next thing you know, you're just like nonstop. You're like, I hit every single one of those fuckers, dude. That was
Guitar,
awesome.
like you're doing like you're doing it more coordinated here, where
Yeah.
in drums you're independent with
Yeah,
each limb.
exactly.
So
When you
that-
get on the
that
harder ones, you have
becomes-
to start like, like you really just need to like look at it a couple times and then start developing it. But then it's just kind of like
Then it's finding
drumming,
rhythms and it just repeats a lot.
I don't know, like kind of drumming. The first time I like got on a drum set, like I was like really clumsy on it and everything, but like I was able to put something together, at time by just going for it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's more like, and I could like,
I had a
I
drum
couldn't
set
maybe
in
develop
college.
it into, anything great, but like to get a basic little beat going, it was kind of like, I have no training. Go with what would sound good. And like, I don't know.
It's
That's how
funny.
I
It
kinda
scared
felt
me with like I bought a drum set in college and I was playing for a little while, and those would be like an actual drum set. My friends that played guitar
Yeah.
would play with me, but they'd wait for me to set what the rhythm is.
Yeah.
And that was like I'm the newer one, and I'm like, okay, how about this?
Yeah. That's what that's what you're doing. You're
But
laying
it's your
down
job as a drummer too.
Yeah. It's getting that vibe going, the bass line just.
Oh.
And I'd
But
be
I
doing
was-
it too. I'd be like,
yeah.
all right, one, two, two. Like, I'd be in there going crazy, dude. I'm telling you. Hair up, headbands on. Like,
Do you remember your
I just
band?
twirling
didn't like
the
it.
things around.
Did you have like a band account?
No, we
that you
had
guys
like
kept using, or you just
rotations,
changed it?
dude. We had like lines of people like waiting to get in. Like, oh, I don't play the drums. I just do the guitar. So
I
we're like,
mean,
well,
like,
you gotta wait till the next one because so and so's on the second guitar right now. Like, we had like the people showing up. We were at a party
Nice.
like doing this.
Oh yeah.
And
I
You, like, make
remember
a
when that
band
shit used to
now.
be happening.
well,
I
no,
used to
we
just
like
be
made
like,
a band, but it was never
this
the
is
same
stupid.
people. You know
Okay,
what I
okay.
mean? But we would be like, yeah. Like,
you remember your
there's
band?
a couple. No, we don't. I bet you it's on a PlayStation card as one of the save files.
I remember mine. It was
I
electric
bet you.
pudding, because that was what we could make with the logo thing. It was like a pudding cup and
Yeah.
a lightning bolt coming out of it.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
I mean, I didn't like the game.
Well, Rocky,
I had a great
in your
time.
I didn't have an opinion on the electric pudding.
Okay, well, wait till
I
you're-
felt like he was looking at me like,
Hey,
what this
keep an
motherfucker
ear-
got to
keep
say.
an
Hey,
ear
I
out
didn't play
for
it.
our
really.
EP. It's named after my uncle's garage band when he was in college, because we were making fun of him when we made it.
Well, trip-
It was great.
Trip down memory
And then we got
lane.
really into being electric pudding because Rock Band was awesome.
Trip down memory lane for Sam
You know,
and the guitar.
Good
Hero.
times.
Way to end the show.
dude, I had like my roommate was in the band. We had 2 friends who came over and hung out all the time. We played that game a lot.
Absolutely.
You know.
It was a great game. It was a great game.
Sure you guys love a lot of games out there.
Well, we are going to go home right now. I'm going to go home right now and get
Is
my
this real?
Destiny 2 on.
Is this real?
Yeah, this is probably really happening.
So-
I think we're probably going to attempt this Titan run.
You running it on Twitch?
I mean, yeah, I'm going
gonna
to
be on
stream.
Twitch?
I'm going to stream. I
Okay.
stream.
What's your Twitch again?
Dutch Master.
What do you know?
Twitch.
Perfect.
Twitch.tv/Dutch Master.
Find him on there.
There it is.
We are going to be streaming so
Stream
much.
the dream.
I'll be on that team. I'll be on that squad.
Yeah. It's the stream team. Dream team.
You want to be on that squad? Because we could do it.
Like, man,
Rocky's not doing it, and that's the end of the discussion.
I'm going to try.
No
You're not
comment.
going to.
I got to handle a couple things when I get home.
Literally, last week, I know you're not going to do it. We're ending this here, too. I know you're not going to do it. This is finalize it. You're not going to do it because you just said, I'll see. And 2 weeks ago, you said, I'll be there 100%. And you weren't there. So an I'll see is a fucking no.
I just whatever he responds with on the show doesn't matter. It's just if he's on.
Hey, man.
Okay, if a I'll be there is a 100% I'll be there is
There was
is a
one night
no-show,
in the past
then a
week
I'll see or
where
a
you
maybe
were
is a-
online,
is a
and I
goddamn
sent
no.
you a chat invite and never got a response, but never even said you were in a game either.
Oh,
'Cause
that's
you
because I
turned it
wasn't
on and fell
online.
asleep.
Yeah, but it was
my
just your
dog.
character was on.
My dog was sleeping on my fucking controller when I got home.
So that was DW.
Because I was wondering why this fool kept hitting me up.
By the way,
'cause I couldn't get it on
Dinosaur
my
Warrior. DW for Dinosaur Warrior.
Phone. What's the matter with that? My
I
dog
love
has
it.
an
That's,
awesome
that's
name.
the
dog.
name of your dog.
Yeah.
I just wanted
The
to
best
share
part
that.
of that about that story though is when he named him Dinosaur Warrior. I was like, "Oh, we're gonna call him DW." He's like, "No, we're not."
I called him DW since day one.
I know he calls
Yeah.
him DW too.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yep." I already knew. He's like,
man.
"You ain't gonna call him DW." Dinosaur Warrior.
I call him Dinosaur War.
You call him DW too though,
I don't know.
because it's good. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna go and get after it.
Check out the stream.
Check out the stream.
We're gonna have
Come
that.
through. We're gonna be streaming the grind.
We're going to be talking about Forsaken probably the whole time.
Most
We're going to
likely.
be getting stupid and having some fun. And we are going to
Absolutely.
try and finish Titans tonight, possibly.
Yes,
Let's see how
possibly.
far we get.
Possibly. All right, we'll
Come
see
check
you
it
guys
out.
next week, and we'll be back with this Forsaken real life, like it's happening.
The hype
type
is
shit.
real next Monday.
Better thing. Yeah.
Plug Gaming, DFZ Radio. See you next week, y'all.
Let's get it.